Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Thursday. So glad you're with us tonight. We have a special show, and I got jewelry, and more jewelry, and hopefully your requests as well. We've got quite the lineup, but plenty of time to get whatever you're looking for as well. This is your show, and whatever you'd like to see tonight, holler at us so we can bring it out of the vault and give you the greatest markdown of all time. We're going to see a lot of great pieces here tonight on the show, and there's something very special here tonight out of the vault that is really, truly one of a kind, unique specialty, ridiculously good, and it is a Mandarin garnet that I've been looking at it for about 8 years here. It's been in the private collection of ownership. It's never seen the light of day as far as in jewelry. And of course, we decided tonight is the night that we debut it, not just in any mounting, but also in the signature mounting. One of our best of all time, a classic as far as I'm concerned, and we have got that for you tonight. So I know it's a departure for some. A lot of people don't know about the neon brights of Mandarin garnet, but it is one of the rarest stones in the world right now, considering it only was discovered in 1991 and it's already mined out. And it's seeing some of the biggest elevations in price tag of any gem out there. So we're going to see that tonight. I'm actually going to give you a preview of it right now so that you can see if there's any incentive to stay with me tonight. It is seeing this ring, knowing that it's coming up in this show, because that is with, forget the yellows. Obviously they're there. We always look for a beautiful bright neon orange with bright yellows looking like yellow diamonds. But this stone also has what looks like reds coming through in this one as well. So that is going to be on the show tonight. I'm so excited about it because it really is one of those best of the best stones that, again, leave it to TVON to bring these pieces out for you to see collectibles that you would never find for sale anywhere else, no matter where you go or what you pay. So excited about that one. That's going to be a 2.5 carat. It's actually a little over. Then we also have, there's a new yellow diamond that is a size we don't see because typically we're in the 1 carat or the 1.5 or the 2. 2s are pretty much gone. So we've got either 1 carat or 1.5, but this is somewhere in the middle. So you know they take a big jump in price when you get into the carat and a halves. So what I love about this one tonight is we're going to see a carat 30. So that's a yellow diamond. It's a little bit bigger, gives you a much bigger look. It's an oval. So we'll see that as well. And then how about this? The what I feel like is a bit of our, you know, they use the term namesake when you share the name, same name as something else. But I got to say, in this case, it might be for numerical sake because we actually have our TVON specialty Blue Wing Block D. It's actually our 626. So we have a 6 carat 26 oval. It's museum reserve. It was here a couple weeks ago, and then it was stuck back in a vault because I didn't get the open on it. And so we're going to bring it back out tonight for you. Really our last of this size in the ovals. Looking forward to sharing that. And of course, we'll get you a brand new price tag on it so that it's a real classic. It just, if you're not sure where to go, it's getting into final territory as far as Blue Wing Block D are concerned. So if you're not sure what mounting, what shape, which one, where you should go, I got to recommend this oval because it is as classic as it gets. So we have that 626, which is specialty, of course, and we'll tell you the story when we get there. And then a Tahitian pearl is here. I know that's really, really rare, but of course, not like any other pearl. So those really deep, dark, rich colors that are so in demand out there, they cost a fortune elsewhere. We're going to change that, really turn the tables on our pricing there. Also some new drop earrings that are yellow diamonds, multiple colors of diamonds in a great diamond weight. Not oversized drop, but a nice little length for you, and so much more. We've even got amethyst earrings on the way and turquoise earrings. And just to go with the Mandarin garnet, I wanted to have a two-part special, if you will. So in addition to bringing out the private collection Mandarin, we're also going to see Mandarin garnet earrings. Yes, you've seen a couple lately. Just in the last week or so, we saw studs, we saw drops. You know what? I'm going to bring you the biggest drop yet. And I'm talking about the drop in the earring, but the drop in the price is going to be what impresses you more. So we'll see that as well. So a lot to get to, plus earring wheel, a whole trio of studs for you, some great assorted pieces, brand new designer. I even have a Chameleon diamond. It's one of our most affordable, despite the fact it's a 60-point certified round. So a lot to get to on the way. I hope you're ready. It's speed shopping. It means one of a kind. So as soon as you see something you love, best to dial in so you can be there at the front of the line, ready to go and get these fabulous pieces for your very own collection. So let's take a look. Actually, I'm going to switch out the Mandarin because that's coming up a little bit later. You won't have to wait too long, but that's, again, if you missed a look at it, there it is. But let me show you this, which is brand new. This is platinum, and I have not seen us do a combination like this in a minute, so I'm really excited about it. 112-4306 is your item number here. Just going to get whatever. There we go. Band is all polished now. So let's take a look at this color combination. It is one of my favorites, I will say. Has nothing to do with my alma mater, but again, I love this combination together anyways. And it's 112-4306. That's a platinum piece, which starts with a carat 29 in the oval yellow sapphire, and it is bright as can be. This actually puts yellow diamonds in their vivid qualities to shame. You're going to get such a really bright color there. Then you have the rubies paired up with it, next month's birthstone, which is happening in a couple of weeks. And then, of course, 39 points in diamonds as well. So should we break it down? 129 is the oval yellow sapphire in the middle. You get 25 points in oval rubies in total. Those are Burmese. And then you've got the 39 points that actually frame that yellow sapphire just beautifully. So we only have this one, and since it's starting the show, and I know we're starting a little higher end than normal, right? A really important combination of, realize that's all corundum, all the same family. Sapphire and rubies belong to the same family together, so you get that really good durability, you get that great combination, which is a little more unique, and so whether that's going to be something you're loving, or I'll tell you what, we've got this $51.99 price tag that I'm just going to wow you here right off the bat. It's Thursday night, we're ready to party. This is how we're going to look at it on the hand. I've got a smaller size here, so I'm just going to pop it on my pinky just so you can get a little feel for the size perspective that you have here in that sapphire ruby combo. And I'll tell you, just couldn't ask for brighter, more beautiful color out of either of those stones. They really, yellow sapphires typically are a lot more pastel and light. You get the rubies, which are usually darker and more opaque. This is really that nice combination where you get that really beautiful look throughout. And it's not going to be $51.99 at all. We have one. We'll size it for you, even though it's in the platinum. We love our upgrades. I hope you haven't gotten too bored with the platinum here, because we've had a lot of it of late. We went years and years and years beginning our broadcast without ever having platinum. We never saw any. Now we're seeing more new pieces in platinum than ever before. So it's an exciting time to get it, especially if I drop it under $2,000 for a very important Ceylon yellow, which is, again, bright, vivid, intense material. Plus, you're getting those rubies. I love the ovals with the oval there. It gives you a 3-stone, but still dresses it up a little more in completing with the diamond halo you have around it. And it's going to be for one caller only. So let's go ahead and send it out here. Not even $1,500. I'm going to start with a bang, and we're going to make sure everything from the show, that's my deal tonight, okay? Everything will go from the entire show. That is going to take, on my part, a lot of price reduction. So that's what we're going to do, no matter what the piece is. I don't care how high end it is, or if it was already a little more affordable to begin with. It doesn't matter. It's all coming down to a crazy low price, just to make sure that everything's irresistible. And this is not going to be $14.99 or $13.99 either. You get a better value here, and all we've got to do is send it out already verifying. That's the good news. We've got a lot of people who know it's important to dial in as soon as you see something you love. These pieces do not last, and this one's coming another $100 off the price tag for you to be $12.99 only on that one and only. So let me know if you like it. It's one, and then we're going to show you rubies and a necklace. I've actually got a pendant and a necklace in rubies. We're getting you all set up for the big July birthstone that's coming up in a matter of weeks. Plus, oh, I didn't mention we have huge Tanzanite studs. I do have some big drops that are quite pricey, but we have some really big studs, which is what so many of you have been asking for. Are anything, you know, usually when we see a Tanzanite stud, I've actually got some today, and the studs are usually pretty tiny. They're going to be about 60 points each. What I'm going to bring you tonight is one pair of studs where the Tanzanite blue wing block Ds are going to be about 3.5 carats instead. So a really good size on some stud earrings for you. If you've been waiting, maybe you don't need the big drop, but you want a nice presence to the stones, we've got them. So that's going to be coming up. Let me show you this. I got to start with it on the early side because this is one of those that simply cannot stick around. I'm about to show you one of the most unique pieces we've ever had. It's a stone that I'm going to tell you right now should be a lot more money than where it's going to be tonight. So this is it. It is that fabulous blue-green. This is not out of the Congo, actually. They have a little bit lighter color saturation. This is different. This is, in all likelihood, out of Brazil. Actually, we worked with a great designer to create this, even though the classic setting is there. It is set in platinum. This is a blue-green, but notice how intense it is. This is not a pastel color. So I know what you're thinking. You're going, I watch this show all the time. I see Paraibas, I see Congolese stones, I see a lot of different varieties of tourmaline, and a few of them are blues and greens together. This is a different look than we have ever seen, minus just one, where I don't know if you remember last week, I had the two rounds together that were setting top to bottom. That was the last time we saw anything in this color. This is a really rich, vibrant, saturated color. It's not like your lighter pastels. That's really the difference maker. Color's number one. It's always paramount in your colored gemstones. So when you get something like this, where it looks more like, think of it on the verge of indicolite, where it's more blue than it is green, but it's also that saturation level where indicolites tend to fall where they get a little bit too dark. And so they end up looking like that midnight sky behind me. Instead here, you're getting that really specialty look where you've got the blues and the greens together. It's set in platinum, classic halo style. Take a look at it. It's a 243, and it is also, with all that going on, it's also very, very, very clean. I mean, I can't find an inclusion, and we're getting a pretty up close look at it. And you can't find a flaw in that stone. So it's 1124350. So the last time we saw anything of this color, it was like $9,000. And that's why it's sticking around. Well, here is where you're getting a 243 and then 93 points in diamonds around it. That's your entire halo. You've got the wider band of the platinum as well that sits at the base, stays as is. And this is where a heck of a value is coming out to play. Big time opportunity for, trust me, even if you collect tourmalines, you likely do not have anything that looks like that because it's that really specialty color and saturation. We don't see many like that. And so that's why we're thrilled to be bringing it to you tonight. But there's one, and we've got a $16,999 price tag. So you're thinking, wow, this is going to be that kind of show? She's bringing out the $17,000 items 10 minutes in. Well, that's because it's great to bring $17,000 items and say, let's make it a fraction of that price. Because you're here early, you get the deals, you know me, a lot of you have been watching me for 22 years do this, where I bring out the best of the best to really set the tone. So our best shoppers know to be here right at the beginning because that's where the bigger deals are. I've seen everything. I know everything in this inventory front and back. I know what's a big value. Oh, this is only a 4? Okay, well, another pinky ring. Okay, I don't know who's making these platinum pieces, but obviously they want to err on the side of using as little platinum as possible to start. So just again, we'll size it for you, so we'll pick up the tab on that if you were bigger than a 4.5, but right now it's not even $69.99. Who would like this stone? And best be believing it's best to say sold now, and then let me go ahead and hook you up with a better price tag, because that's exactly what's happening on this amazing stone, which is not going to be $69.99. The diamonds are great. We love those. I love that they're all bigger stones individually around it. We got a couple people already talking about it and thinking about it. Not a bad idea when it's not even $69, $59, $49. This is platinum, and it's a really heavy weight. There's a density to platinum that actually supersedes gold, but you're also getting that width, which is done in a really wide formation around. And so it's not going to be $49, $39, even $29.99 is not going to be your price on this really incredible one-of-a-kind, like we don't have anything else like it at all in the entire inventory. That is telling you something right there. That is telling you that this is time, especially for our collectors, and we know there's a lot of different colors of tourmaline out there. That's the most varied and the most beautifully diverse colored gem family in the world is tourmaline. There are thousands of identified colors, but to be able to get this for less than $29, let's just go even lower. We want to send it out really quickly and early, then get to our fabulous sapphires and rubies, and we've got some turquoise that's going to be affordable as well. But this is not even $29, $28, $27. Let's just keep on going. Rock your world with the values. That's what we're here to do. This will be only $2,699 instead, so a much better value then certainly where it started at $17,000. Now, if you want to go ahead and pick up for $17,000, you may, and we'll be really proud to get that value to you. But when it's so much less as this is, when you've got a color that is saturated and rich and bright, there is your chance to pick it up, and we'll see who's got it. Then we're going to get to some multicolored sapphire designs, plus the rubies I mentioned. We got ruby pendants and necklaces for you. Even have a classic blue sapphire and platinum. And coming up next will be our turquoise pendant, nothing more spot on style-wise than what I'm going to show you next in a long, beautiful pendant. So this one is verifying. We're going to show you 1123021 next, and that'll be on my hand here for you. So this is turquoise with yellow gold. It'll stay as is. Let me show it to you here from a distance, and then of course let me know who's got that one. But what's great about this one is the size is number one, but then that beautiful way that it's going to balance because of this large bail. They put the bail at the right point so that the design sits really, oh, beautifully. You've got the tourmaline. Okay, tourmaline is gone to Jess's collar. I know you just missed that, Wayne. So we always have this one here where I just got one, and it's in the 1 carat of oval and round Sleeping Beauty that are all actually set into the gold. Then you have a few diamonds, which I know those are harder to see from here because they're burnished into the points of the crescent moon. 17 points in diamond stays in the yellow gold, and there is one major value on this one. It's about 2 inches in length, and it's really, yes, go ahead. I'm sorry, just already got it, Wayne. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's already sold, unfortunately, but we can see, I don't think there's anything else quite like it, but there you can see there's about inch and 7/8, depending on how you look at that from point to point, and then we'll show it on the neckline. Obviously, tweezers are not a chain, so when you have your chain, it balances that bail just like so. I'm going to try it on the neckline, so, but you know what? Take their name down, and if anything falls through, Wayne, we can give them a call back and let them know it's still here for you. But there's what that turquoise looks like on the neckline from a distance away. So it's definitely got a statement style about it. It's definitely bold. We like to see that, but it's also going to be a really cool value. It's under $1,000, not $999. I think for a carat and turquoise, which actually I think looks like more the way those ovals and rounds are set, we're going to make sure and show it to you up close as well so you can see what it looks like from, you know, all the angles where you get to appreciate the workmanship you get, but it is going to fly because it's not even $888, and this is so fresh and new. And then of course, when you think about, we may break out those bigger pendants this time of year when we're showing a little more skin, exposing a little bit more of the neckline perhaps because of the warmer weather. And then let's take a look at it up close so you can see what this looks like. And I'll just hold it right here from the top, but I just wanted you to see how that yellow gold is going to be finished in the backside, and then you've got the great addition of those burnished diamonds, which actually sit two between every turquoise as well, which is also pretty special, and not $888 or $777. Time to go. It really is. Gosh, that's a cool piece, isn't it? Everything's burnished. No prongs. You've got all those different stones set, and yet no prongs required. I'm thinking we take it even lower than $777 just to make quick work of this one. I'll make it better than $699, and let me know if you'd like it. Just the one stays in the yellow gold. How about $599 only on this crescent moon style? There's your finishing on the inside, and remember that chain, really the bail rather, is going to be big enough to accommodate most of your chains, even larger ones, because it is a larger piece. So it doesn't mean you can't put it on your daintiest, most narrow chain, your more delicate diamonds by the yard, etc. But you can also use, if you have those thicker, heavier gauge chains as well, because maybe that's going to work visually better with such a large, elongated piece like that is. So $599 if you'd like it. We got about 5 seconds left with that one, and then we'll see who's got it. And then also brought down a big markdown on our biggest South Sea white pearl. And then we have the ruby pendants I talked about. We're going to get you a chameleon diamond opportunity, which is very special. And there's even a cat's eye emerald that's on the way. And those huge Tanzanite studs. We better get to those early because that's what so many of you have been asking for. 112-4284, here they are. This is the largest stud earring I think we've ever had. Certainly in Blue Wing Block D, that's for sure. It is going to be item number 112-4284, and this is, I gotta alert you, only one pair. That is it. Super, super, super quick to go. I guarantee of that because this is one that everybody's always looking for. A, it's Blue Wing Block D, and that's really important too. I'm taking the crescent moon if you guys don't mind. if that's available in 2 hours and 43 minutes, that's mine. I love that piece so much. And then here we are with our big time, almost 7 carats total weight in what are square cushion cut stones here in the Blue Wing Block D. And that's the biggest challenge is I know we've had mostly rings, some 90% of what we brought in Blue Wing Block D jewelry overall has been rings. Then there have been a few pendants and a few different earrings, but most of the earrings have been larger drop earrings, certainly. This is where you're getting the larger stud because it tends to be, and we have some later, I've got some carat size, total weight coming up. They're like carat 20 actually, but they're much smaller in their look. And of course, not everybody's looking for a drop. Not everybody's looking for a small stud. This is that happy medium where you're getting a lot of presence in that stone gem weight with 6 carats 86. Oh, one more thing. They're 18 karat yellow gold. We decided to up the gold level for you because we know how important it is to have 18 karat gold often in an earring if you are reactive at all, if your skin reacts to gold and you think, a lot of people say I'm allergic to gold, right? You're not usually, you're allergic to the alloys. So a lot of times when it is an earring and you want to avoid that, you go with that higher purity gold standard, which is 18K. So you get 75% pure gold. That way you've got less chance to react. It's more or less hypoallergenic that way when you go the 18 karat gold route, which is what we did here. Plus 686, that's it. Great basket work, centered post, big oversized butterfly backing. You're going to see them on to get yourself a little perspective on the size here, but it's really important the way these look. And yes, they're in the white gold too, so that's key. And then we've got a huge value coming your way. There is only one pair, and that's kind of the issue. Is a lot of people have said, well, I'll just go somewhere else. I'm sure I'll be able to find Tanzanite earrings somewhere else, and that's certainly an option for you, but the problem with that is that nobody else has blue wing block D. So when it comes to matching with you, if you are thinking about matching the ring you have from us, this is the way to get that match and ensure that color match. And I do want to show you, this is the side. There's almost that lotus blossom style basket work on all four sides. There you can see it comes to a point with that centered post. You got all the red flashes, and what I like to do with an earring like this that's square is actually wear it even a little bit more angled like that. So you get even a little more height from top to bottom there, which I'm going to show you the length now. Come on in. It's not going to last. We know that. And these are some big time stones, almost 3.5 carats a piece there, 1/2 inch when you actually angle them that way. They'll be like more like 3/8 of an inch when you have them squared off. And that's really up to you how you decide to wear them. But of course, that's where, yeah, there's, you've got the 3/8 when they're squared off and a little bit more height when they're top to bottom. We'll show them to you on the ear coming up next. And then we're going to give you that huge value that you've been waiting on, because $79.99 right on my bag. It's going to be a lot better value than that for you. Here's what they look like from a distance away. Oh, those are so magnificent. But that's really the angle I need you to see. Most importantly is to see that size, to get that perspective on the size that you're getting there. How beautiful, and yes, still bright red flashes, the amazing blues and purples you're getting all together. Only that one pair staying in the white gold, great designer setting. And just to get two stones that match up is tougher to do. That is rare. And then, of course, you've got this huge opportunity. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and blow them out. Let's go back to the wheel and make sure they go. Instead of 79, 69, 59, these are huge. And they really are going to sit, because that oversized backing we're including, they're going to sit really, really well. And you know who you are. I mean, for comparison, this is the other stud I have coming up later. This is how the other option will look, and they're going to be a little bit more affordable, certainly, but here's what the other stones that I have later look like. They're going to be a little bit smaller size in the rounds, but therefore they also don't give you quite the pop. They're still blue wing block Ds, but they still don't give you that neon. So that's what's coming up for comparison later. So that's fine too, but these are actually going to be better than 59. So do not sit and think, you know what, I just really want to get a Tanzanite earring. If you really want the quality to be there and you want that neon bright saturation level, this is the best option tonight. 59, 49, they're not going to be. We have got a huge value, and there's a lot of workmanship in making an earring. We know that. Probably shouldn't take them any lower than 49, but they are. You thinking about these, Tim? You know what I'll do? How does another $2,000 off that price? Extra $2,000 off makes them $2,999 only. So we're taking that earring under $3,000 when you've got, you see the carat weight, they're amazing, and the red flashes are all there. And I must add, that's a nice rare cut. We don't see nearly as many square cushions as we do most of the other cuts out there. So that is the way to get a special opportunity in those Tanzanite studs. And they are lookers. So gives you the huge size that we love to see, and that'll be only one caller, and we'll see who's got them. And then the studs are coming up later. They're actually part of a trio. We're going to bring diamond studs, Russian demontoid studs, and Tanzanite studs, all at a great value on the way in a little bit. Now, we do have a ruby necklace. You've got to see to believe. And then we've got a pendant as well. So let's start with the pendant in rubies, getting you all ready for July. This is one of my favorite pendants, and there's two ways to wear, actually more than two ways to wear it, because it's a really versatile pendant with the way they designed the bail. So let's take a look at it. First, we're going to show it on the neckline. Yes, thank you. Those are gone. The studs are out of here. I just want to show you here what this one starts as, because I think the size perspective is everything here in this ruby kind of spike design that you have, which I'm wearing it one way, spike down. You can actually wear it the other way as well, because it's got bails all the way through. So you could put your chain here at the top, almost at the top third. You can put it down below the ruby, or you can reverse it and wear it the other way if you want to. So there are a lot of ways to wear it. So maybe you want to switch it up day by day, you can. We're going to go all the way up close to the wheel to show you. These are big diamonds and one large ruby here as well. And then here's what it looks like from side to side, at least that close up, which again, you would need a smaller chain to put it in that point, just because naturally that bail narrows a little bit. But I love that it's actually a heart-shaped ruby. So something you may not have recognized from a distance away, but nice to see here. So that's going to be item number 1123736, and it's all 18 karat gold. So another very special 18 karat gold premium metal here, but you're also getting, well, 95 points in the heart-shaped ruby, so just under 1 carat. Then you have the fabulous 43 points in the diamonds, where again, bails all the way throughout. See that? So you can essentially put your chain all the way through any one of those points, and make it work for you. But I think given that there's a heart shape with a definite orientation to it, you may want to just leave it with that larger part of that design up top, and therefore your heart shape will be sitting to the proper look. It's 2 inches and 1/8 in length, and it's also 18 karat gold, and the diamond weight is 43 points, and they're all graduated. So you see how it's a shared prong design, so it really allows the big round brilliance to show off beautifully. And it's going to be, well, one great value, that's for sure. Let me show it from a distance here, but on the hand. You saw it on the neckline from a big distance away. Now we show it to here for another size perspective, and just a verification there with the ruler of the length, but it stays in that white gold. Really fabulous buy here coming your way. That's what it looks like top to bottom, so you can see just a tad, just a real smidge over 2 inches at 2 1/8. And then we'll show it on that neckline one more time. Again, if you want the heart shape pointing the proper direction, you're going to leave it just like that. Use that bigger end there as your bail, and then you have that beautiful design. Isn't that great? So remember, July is coming up in a matter of a couple weeks, and so we are bringing out some of our bigger and better rubies early here to get you prepped and ready for July, because that is the July birthstone. This one's actually going under $3,000, not $29.99 any longer, making it a lot more affordable than that as we take it back up close for you and make sure this is going out. Just one, of course, one and one alone, and boy, that ruby is strong. For an exotic cut, you'd think that the exotic cut might negate the need for clarity, the need for great color, but it's all happening here. And there's only this one, so we're going to make it, you know what, better than even $2,000 or $19.99. Got to keep sending these one-of-a-kinds out the door as quickly as we can and show you all the great jewelry tonight. I'd like to go through everything in the inventory if it's possible, but you know what? Let's make it better than even $1,500 for that heart shape, almost 1 carat, 95 pointer. I'm just thrilled it's 18 karat gold too. I mean, that may seem like the least of our concerns here when you've got big diamonds and a heart-shaped ruby that's glowing like that, but you know what? It's important too. And here's that ruby. I'm just going to polish that up a little bit for you, and there you have it. So now you can see completely clean and glowing. Just had a little smudge on that stone, and here's what I'll do. It's not even $14.99, a blowout like no other even for the heart-shaped ruby, 1 carat size alone. That's a great value. We're going to make it $13.99 instead, save you an extra $100 before we get to an entire ruby necklace, because this is the one you're going to need to put your favorite white gold chain with it. Don't worry if you have a 14 karat gold white chain, it's going to be fine. It's still going to work visually the same. This isn't, white gold's not like yellow where there's a difference in the tone of the color metal depending on the purity. White gold's going to look like white gold because it's that rhodium. So it's going to be consistent. So even if you have a 14 karat white gold chain, it's still going to look great with the 18 karat of the pendant. So you've got that as well. But here we are moving on. We've got about 5 seconds left with that one, and then keeping things going here and rocking your world with some values. That's our aim. That's our goal. If you want the entire necklace with rubies, take a look at what I have next. This comes with the chain attached, and it looks a little bit like just almost like an angel wing design, or almost like the wings of we would expect to see from a beautiful bird. It's a really, really pretty fanned out design that you have. 112-1760 is the number, and this is also a one only, and it's 14K this time around. In the white gold stays as is. That will be a ruby weight of 43 points. They're all marquise cuts. You get 5 of those matched. Then you have the 22 points in the diamonds as well. Attached to, get this, it's an adjustable chain. So we made sure to get your bases covered there with that adjustability. It's a spring, or rather a lobster claw closure, and then you have the 16, 17, and 18 inches. So you can adjust it on the neckline as you need to. Let me show it to you there. Speaking of, if you want to go 16, sits right about there. 17 right about there, 18 right about there, and that's how it looks. So it's going to stay as is, but even from this distance away, you see the incredible glow those rubies provide. Aren't they bright? And that's really the key. It's really tough. I know we see it in these museum collection stones that are $7,000 and $8,000 in rings, but it's nice to see 5 stones matched up that have the consistency and clarity that these do as we take it back up close. Just a reminder, that pendant is still here if you want it. And then here is what this looks like up close, and you can see that great quality there. And it's going to be, you know what, blow it out, under $1,000, but not $999. And you can see there it's actually two-tone gold. So there's a teeny tiny bit of yellow gold setting those rubies. The rest is in the white gold. We'll make it $888 instead. And then the smile necklace is coming out to play next. And who's that for? Kelly. Okay, great. We have 2 here. Oh, good. Sounds good. Both for Kelly. All right. So, Kelly, we've got some requests coming up. Although the smile necklace is one that I know a lot of people are going to enjoy. This one's $888 if you'd like it. Boy, those are some really strong, fabulous colored rubies there in the fancy cut in the marquise ×5. So that's a really good way to go. Let's talk about this smile necklace, and then actually we'll do the, this one. Well, this is one of those that I've mentioned, some of our most popular rings of all time, like my Lynx collection. They don't come out to play unless you request them at this point, because there's a tremendous loss every time we sell one. At this point, we've not changed the prices to adapt to the gold and diamond pricing of today, or even the labor of today. Well, here's one that I know I haven't presented in at least a year, maybe more. It's been always the iconic gents ring, although there's a lot of ladies that buy this too to wear it for themselves because it's got a lot of presence to it. And who's to say? I mean, I think guys' rings typically need a certain amount of gold weight and a certain size to be proper to really accommodate the proportion of their hand. But I think as ladies, we get a little more freedom. We do. We just get a lot of leeway when it comes to fashion and accessories. I think we have a lot more options as gals in what we wear and how we accessorize and how we show our personality. Well, there's really no limit. Ladies can wear anything on the hand, smaller to larger. And so this has been even a popular ring for our diamond lovers that are gals out there that want a big diamond presence, because this is one of those big buys that, yes, indeed, we have not changed this price for as long as I've been here. 8 years. And that may sound like not so big a deal, but then you realize 8 years ago, 2016 was a different world, a different era. Certainly much different in a lot of respects, but especially in the metals market and the diamond market. And all we've done actually over those years is actually make this ring better. You know, when I first got here, it didn't have an under gallery. And then you guys said, wait a minute, we need an under gallery. It was just so much expanse to the ring that it was so much more money to create the under gallery with it. We had an under gallery. It came out originally, and I know this is going to be hard to believe, but it was actually originally done with SI diamonds. And that was, again, different era, different era. Now we commit to VS diamonds and that alone, but you're getting VS diamonds. So I say all that because back 8 years ago, this was the same price as it is here tonight for your request. And just because Kelly requested it doesn't mean you can't jump in, because we actually have a little bit of quantity in the white, in the yellow, in the rose gold to offer to you. And it is Father's Day weekend coming up, so think about that. I know we probably can't get it to you in time for Sunday, at this point being Thursday night. However, we can. Just remember, you know, it's that era where I think a lot of us do, you know, we shop not necessarily in stores where we're going to have it in hand when we walk out, but we shop for it in advance knowing that it's going to ship. So if you have somebody that you want to gift this to, whether it's a little belated Father's Day gift or anything else, I think it'll work, and just let them know. I mean, we have the technology of screenshots and things like that. You can tell them it's on the way. But this is remaining as one of our biggest values, because the tower that it is in gold is one thing. The diamonds that cover the entire top plateau, that is a big rectangular cut, they're a carat 43. This is what we call the wall of diamonds. It's gotten that little moniker over the years, and it really is a wall of diamonds. It all sits as one flat plateau across the top. It's item number 1110-304. That goes to show you we're now in the 112-5000 numbers. So that really goes to show you the item number hasn't changed. The item has not changed. The price has not changed. So if you look at this and go, gosh, that seems like a really big value, you're absolutely right. It definitely is one of the strongest values we have here. So it's time to pick it up, because at any point in time, it's not just to say, hey, we've left it the same price for 8 years, I'm sure it'll stay that way forever. That's likely not to be the case. So at any moment, the next time you see it, it could be a much higher price to really kind of match up with today's pricing. So keep that in mind. Let's get it to you, especially with Father's Day around the corner. If you want to shop for that gentleman in your life, that's something you consider doing. But I'll tell you right now, for 1110-304, white, yellow, or rose gold, you get that option. And we expect that this will go very, very quickly, and not a lot of quantity. Even though we've got a little quantity, doesn't mean there's enough to go around for everybody. There's that finishing I was speaking to. It's a carat 43, all equal in size, large, round, brilliant diamonds all the way throughout. There are essentially, let's get the fingerprints off it. This was obviously not ready for its close-up because it was not planned for the show. So now we'll get it all polished to perfection here, and there you can see. So that's that beautiful mirror finishing all the way up to the sides, but you see that's a flat surface across the top, big rectangular design. I know you're anxious to see it on the hand, but every diamond is set in that beautiful setting style. And keep in mind, you have diamonds that are completely creating the solid seamless surface. Here's what it looks like on the hand. So again, nothing wrong with the gal wearing it. This almost reminds me, a lot of you ask me for, do we have anything in diamond signet rings? Well, really, this is what we usually suggest, because this is a signet style that a lot of times would be done in just mirror finished gold, a la this one here. And instead, that entire surface, which is longer than our large signet ring, is actually done in diamonds. So you've got a carat 43. You could wear it anywhere on the hand. Here exactly is that middle finger perspective. I love it as the index finger as well. It's flat enough across the top where it doesn't stick up all too high. So that's I really like it on that hand, on that finger of the hand there. So it's a great idea, but here's one of our values where right now, you know that VS diamonds are running in retail about $25,000 a carat. So you think about where that would be, somewhere in that $37,000 range or more. And yet, here's what we've got for you. Forget about $3,700. That would be the tax on it in retail right now. Just being conservative about where diamonds are at. This is finished on the inside entirely. There's your under gallery. It is all mirror finished on the sides, the profile, every which way gleams and reflects the light, and then you have the diamonds that are giving that sparkle, and yes, they are VS diamonds, and that would be, again, a really conservative idea of the tax on the ring in retail. We're doing better than that. It's not even going to be $3,500. And if you've never seen it, because each night we are welcoming in dozens and dozens of not just brand new viewers, but brand new shoppers. It means there are probably hundreds of new viewers every single night that turn into dozens and dozens of new shoppers every night. And that's where I know if you're newer within the last year or so, you haven't even seen this ring presented on the air. So this is the perfect time to get it, the most important time to get it. Nobody wants to spend more than they have to. You're getting the value of a lifetime right here, right now. The best part is it's not even $35,000, it's not $3,000, it's not $2,500. Carat and a half of all bigger diamonds as well. It could easily have been 143 individual diamonds, and instead it's not. It's not 1-point stones or little accents. It's instead the huge diamonds, which I'm going to refresh my memory how big they are. I'm going to count them up for you, but they're not even going to be $2,000 per ring. This is where very few gents rings, and most of our gents rings have a little diamond weight with a center stone, and they tend to be best case scenario. They're usually best case about $19.99, even with just 10, 15 points in diamonds. This is all VS diamond material, some of our very, very best. It's not even $19.99 or $18.88. We're busy on the phone lines already. It's been a long time since we've seen it. It's gonna fly, we know that much. And here's what it looks like, again, up close and personal. And keep in mind, there are actually 4 different columns. So when you look at the rows that go up and down, that's 4 different columns of the diamonds across the way. And then you get the individual 5 of the different rows there. So we know that means 20 stones there individually, and we're ready to help you own it right now. So give me a call, because this is where it's going to go, and it's not $18, $17.99, anything like that. We've got a better value. That means those diamonds are over 7 points a piece in individual VS round brilliant diamonds. That's pretty incredible. And I know a lot of you own it, have seen it, know it well. Maybe you've thought one day I'm going to get it. This is the time to get it. This is not the kind of piece we can bring out on any given evening unless it is requested by you. So thank you again for that request, and it's not going to be even $17.77. This is a major, major value. Could not be more thrilled that it's here tonight when it's not even going to be $16.99. Think about how much gold, and I know I can't give you a gram weight because you know we're going to size it for you, and a size 5 is going to have a different gram weight than if it's a size 15. We know that much, but look how uptight, and that's not even our closest view. This is where you've got an enormous, let me try it on again so you see the size that it's giving you. It is a lengthy ring. For those of you that are wondering, is it too big for me? Well, let me just go ahead and measure it. The entire length of the ring is going to be from one side to another. You're going to get, look at that. That is really important. That's over ½ an inch in just the length of the ring here altogether, and it's really climbing towards 3/4 of an inch. It's not even $16.99, $15.99. It is also one of the most affordable gents rings overall we have. And that is so counterintuitive when you think about this diamond weight. Already 2 are gone. Sounds like both white gold. Remember, the yellow gold is here, the rose gold is here, so you're really choosing your favorite. It's kind of like a lot of other classics where honestly, if you get a different gold color, it looks totally different. So you could actually get more than one gold color. It sounds crazy, but people do it because it looks so different depending on the gold color you get it in. So if you know you love the ring, you could get one in white, you could get one in yellow, and have the whole complement for your collection, because there's nothing more classic than diamonds, especially when they're really, really, really big sizes and so well priced as these are. It's our best value. In gents jewelry, it's always on the kind of Mount Rushmore, or the real, when you think about the pinnacle of our values overall. I know there's some standouts, like our Wonder Ring for the ladies, our stackable, my Lynx collection is in there. There are some standout values that we have. This is one of them. It's just so seldom seen on the air, and it's not even $1,500. You've got to get one. Remember, you have a money back guarantee. So for those of you, the naysayers out there that might be new to our world of gold and our world of diamonds, where we're not doing lab grown, we're doing natural from the earth, VS quality. So hard to find everywhere else. We're making it better than $1,500. It's $1,499, and it is the time to get it because there's just not a better value to be had on that ring than $1,499. Then we've got the world famous smile necklace, as we've dubbed it, coming out next by request as well. So you're going to see some of our really big classic diamond pieces here back to back. And this one, I hate to do this, but I got to give it 60 seconds because it's so popular already. Already have now four now spoken for. So it's going to go very quickly. We know that. And you don't want to call in and find out your gold color's already gone. That would be the worst case scenario. When you see the value, you decide yes, you got to try it out, and then you find out there's not one for me. We got to make sure you have a chance. And I think for the guys out there, the dads out there, all the men out there that are looking for the most handsome, classic, if you like granite, it's not for everybody. You got to like a lot of diamonds, and you got to like a lot of bling, and you got to like a standout ring. But if that's you, this is the one to try right here, right now, tonight, before it's completely gone. So thank you so much. I'm so glad you love it, and thank you to our requester. And that's really always a good time to bring out. So $14.99, what does that get you in today's diamond world? Does it get you 7-point stones? Does it get you VS quality? Does it get you 20 individual diamonds? And we have to really add, I know that used to be we didn't have to consider gold, but when you have a ring with that much gold weight to it, to house those big diamonds, that's a lot of gold as well that should not go without some thought and some serious pricing. So $14.99 makes it one of our better values. Jess, do you have one as well? All right, so we've got, looks like, guys, we're down to the last one in the white gold, which is very popular always because we know how many of you love our white diamonds to show off their quality in the white gold. Speaking of white gold, we've got actually white, yellow, and rose gold in the smile necklace, which was just here the other day. So I don't mean to bore you, but it is a request, and we like to bring out requests if we have them. So there's going to be a smile necklace coming back out to play really quickly, which is another icon for us. And then we've got a few other options here in diamonds, but throughout the evening, we're going to see just a lot of sellouts here on our diamond pieces especially. But here's 112-1425, the smile necklace in the yellow gold to start here. Then we've got the rose and the white to show you. Another great request. Let's take a look at it on the hand, and you'll get 1 carat exactly in the diamonds. They're big, bright white diamonds set in that slight curve, which of course feels really like a collar, but without going diamonds all the way around, which can be very dressy. You do have adjustability here as well. It's a lobster claw closure, so we went premium on the end cap there. And then you've got the 16, 17, and 18-inch lengths. Now, you may actually consider wearing this a little bit higher, whereas maybe some drop necklaces you wouldn't. This one, I think a lot of you will, because of course it's got that almost collar feel. Let me show it on just so you get an idea of 16, where that hits. And then of course you've got the option just by choosing a different O-ring that you're using, 16, 17, and 18 inches. So it can sit really anywhere in those classic spots on the neckline for whatever you need that day. But because that curve is just so subtle, it really does, it's that perfect way to fill in the neckline, no matter if it's a higher neckline or lower. And you have the white, yellow, rose gold option, and it's one of our bigger values. And did you note the sizable chain? I know it's hard to compare when it's not sitting next to something else, but I show you at least a dozen necklaces every evening and every day that I'm with you. And I gotta say, most chains are very, very narrow and much smaller than this one. This is really suited for this design. And one more thing I like about this as we stay here is that this is reversible. Now I know a lot of you are saying, why would I ever hide a carat in diamonds? But just to point out, you can if you want a very different look. And I know we've had some gold pieces in the last couple of days that you've been loving, and they've been selling out left and right. And a lot of you have said, more gold, please. Well, this is really that necklace where it could just be solid gold as well, simply by just putting it on the other way. So you've got that option also. And again, why not have 2 looks in one? Whether you think, I'm not going to use that other look, I want diamonds up front, you may surprise yourself when you get it at home that one day you might decide to switch it up, and then it looks like you have 2 incredible fine gold, fine jewelry necklaces. But let's take it back over to the hand here, and we have the white, the yellow, and the rose available, but it's $9.99, so it's one of our icons for that reason, because very tough to get a chain for $600 right now. So the fact that you're getting a chain that is much greater in size, diamond cut roller link still, so you're getting that sparkle. You see as I move my hand there, anywhere that chain moves, you get that diamond-like fire to the chain as well, the way it's sparkling. And I sure hope our requester is able to get one, but again, anyone else is able to as well, as long as we have that quantity before it sells out. So really special look. I do want to just pop in a quick look at the white gold here as well, and the rose gold, since we very rarely rarely see those options here. We very rarely have all three to show you. There's the white gold for you, which always popular in our white diamonds as well, I must add, because if you don't want to, you know, it doesn't look like you're hiding any kind of body color to the diamonds. We also have the rose, which I'll show you next, which is right here. Just a great looking rose gold where, yeah, the rose gold, you see a little bit more metal presence than you do with the other two, but a nice option because our rose gold is actually very popular. So that's how it looks in all three gold colors. So let me know if we can help you there. $9.99 for the necklace. It's one of our mainstays, one of our very popular ideas, and just makes it a little easier to wear than most of the diamond collars that are out there, which means diamonds that go all the way around. So we've got a sapphire here coming up, a smudgy sapphire, but it's not. So let me just help it out a little bit. 4318 is the item number on this platinum piece, which is our gorgeous blue sapphire, a classic. And getting ready to blow this one out. Smile necklaces and the Gents Wall of Diamonds ring are still here if you'd like them. So that's a great option. And again, all available. So anything you need, anything we can help you with, let us know. We'll help you get all those great diamond pieces. They're classics. They also make great giftables. All those pieces we just showed if you're waiting for something really special that looks like you broke the bank but didn't have to do that actually. So I think diamonds are always a good way to go. You know they're universal, beloved by many. So here we are with our very, very special sapphire. It's going to be platinum with the 109 sapphire. 23 points in diamonds. They're going to go bigger stones around the top and the bottom. That little curve or ribbon like a pave on the other sides. And that one's going to be a super easy deal. It's a sapphire that's really nice inside, given that it's over a carat. But the greatest part is that it's the color itself. It's not that too dark, too dingy, overly navy. It's got that bright pop of royal blue. And my goodness, I still got a little residue from the tag on the back of the band, so it just sticks to the tweezers every time I touch it. But that's what happens with our designer pieces sometimes. These are not built by us. We don't build any platinum. We just size the platinum. So when you see a platinum piece, just a little tip from me to you, you know it wasn't actually made in-house, but it's something that we worked with great designers that actually work with the platinum, and then we, of course, give you select stones that we've selected out of our collection for you to be set this way. So just a little tip there. But on platinum, yeah, this is still what we're making sure they're sized for you so they're ready to wear when they arrive. And we're going to make it super easy right now. Very first caller on this one, you can have it. It's $29.99. We should be getting that price. We're not going to on a Thursday night. We know that. I got big values on Mandarin. I got the private collection Mandarin. I have the best value you've ever seen on earrings in the history of TVON. Tonight, I'm giving away earrings tonight. Promise you. They happen to be Mandarin garnet earrings, no less. They're a drop earring. I've been here 8 years. I've been doing this 22. I don't know if in 22 years if I've ever had an earring deal as good as what I have at the top of the next hour, which is, count it down, 13 minutes and 35 seconds. So you don't have to wait long. Stay with us or call a friend that loves earrings. Call a friend that loves Mandarin garnets. We've got them coming up. This ring's got to go under $1,500. We already went half off. Let's take it even lower for you and send it flying on out. We got to make sure everything goes. And that's the deal. Tonight and every night. So here's what I'll make sure. We got to get it at home, and I want to try it on really quickly here so you can see that gorgeous bright color of sapphire you're getting. It's that true, what is with every platinum piece we have in a size 4, I'm not sure. But there it is. Again, that's the good news. We're sizing it for you. Don't worry. You're not going to go have to spend more than you would on the ring itself to go get it sized somewhere else. We'll make sure that's done for you. But this is actually going to be better than 12. Actually, let's just blow it out for $12.99. Make it easy. So $12.99, that's it. And then we're going to send it on out. Then we've got our fabulous padparadscha, new one there. And don't suppose I could tempt any of our blue wing block D lovers with the best heart-shaped stone we've had. There it is. Heart-shaped stone, pendant, heart-shaped white diamonds with it. The ultimate, yes, my heart will go on. Yes, for sure. That feels very, very Titanic, doesn't it? And it is enormous. We're going to see a $15.75, and that's going to be coming up. So here we go. Lots to get to. $12.99 on our sapphire and platinum. And then we have something special in Chameleon diamonds. If you'd like the heart shape sooner rather than later, let me know. I'm kind of digging these earrings that we have. I know we've seen quite a few earrings already, and we're going to see more. But I have got something, it's not something we've seen before, and for the life of me, I have tried to custom make. I spent a good 20 minutes earlier trying to just make a display proper for these because they won't sit on their own. And that's because they're beautiful drops. But this is going to be, the only tough part about these earrings is showing them to you, to displaying them for your eyes. But that's where, again, for as difficult as that is in this drop earring I have, you're going to love the price tag. On multiple colors in diamond earrings, and they're on their way. So let's get you started. We've got a drop, and this is where, again, fancy color diamonds we love. We usually see them in single stones and rings. I'm going to show you something a little bit different this evening in a cascading design that is really beautiful. So let me move this aside. I realize I might have to zoom back, but I'm more concerned right now with just keeping them upright so that you can see what this is all about. It's a really special earring. I'm going to go ahead and borrow one so you can see them, how they drape, but also how they look from a distance away. And then there you go. This is our very, very special drop earring that we have for you in yellow diamonds and multiple colors of diamonds. It's all different colors of diamonds here, and they have this great, almost leafy-like design, and then they go a little bit, almost like an hourglass, where they start a little more narrow. Feels a little bit like a wonder ring as well in the chevron shapes that you have there. And then here's, yeah, see, this is not gonna work. So here's what I'll do. I'll hold them up, and then we'll get you a great value on them. So call me early. Let's take a look at them from a distance away. There's something so pretty about these, and I'm going to just try to use my own backing here and see if that helps. But let's get you 112-4447, brand new tonight. So yellow diamonds are finally here in earrings that aren't studs, where everyone gets confused because we see some yellow diamond studs and they're enormous price tags. And then we wonder, well, let's see if we can get a drop here like this and get you a diamond weight that is a carat 15, all top to bottom, nothing but fancy colors. This is not a white diamond earring. These are yellow gold only because they're multiple colors, but they're mostly yellows and champagnes and different tones of the yellow diamonds as well. And you're getting a carat 15. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to just do something wild here. There is a major price tag, as they should have, because they're so long and lengthy, and they give you that, you know, very high-end designer look and flair, don't they? This is the length that they're going to give you, 1 inch and 3/8. Really, it's more than 1 1/4 inches. 1 inch and 3/8 in length. I'm going to go ahead and show you one here up close, but you know they're not going to sit properly, right? So let's see it like that for just a minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop one on for you just because it's more important to see them on than anything else. They're all finished with solid gold in the back, so you get that really great shine from the rear of the earring as well, which is super important. And then we're going to show them to you on here because that's super critical here, just to see how beautiful this drape and drop is, how they have a little bit of a chevron style to start that looks like an arrow, and then all the chevrons that lead down to that little point. And this is what I will do for you. I'm going to make these super, super affordable. They are actually, yikes, $49.99 earrings. Well, it's first hour still, but we only have 9 minutes left in hour number 1, and then only 2 hours left to go. So not a lot of time, a lot of great jewelry to go. So this is where we got to start moving in hyperspeed. And I'm going to help you out here. Let's go $1,000 to start. $1,000 does not cover the gold alone. You get a carat 15 in natural colors of diamonds throughout. We're going to go up in $100 increments because I'm starting way too low on the $5,000 earring. I just want to get everybody involved, right? Get everybody a chance to own something really spectacular, designer and different. We've never brought you a bold earring like this before. Here's the other one just so you can see the sizing and also the matching side to side so you get that idea. But $1,000 to begin the bidding here. And only going to be $100 increments, and we need a lot of participation because we got a long way to go till we meet cost. And then I'll show them to you up close as well so that you can see. Here's how they drape. So I want to show you here. Can we just, yeah. So you can see that length that they give you. And then notice how when we're up close, you see those different colors of diamonds throughout. We have no opens. So I'll give it about 30 seconds here and then we'll move on. And they do just kind of puddle because of the way they're hinged. Now, obviously, when they're on the ear, you've got a post and butterfly backing. But I do want to point out that every single section is essentially hinged so that you've got that amazing movement. It's just a lot of workmanship that goes into an earring like that, and therefore they've got that great movement side to side. We have $1,000. Thank you so much. We've got looking for 11 now. One bidder so far, and that's it. So we're really ready to get everyone in and help you out. Let's get you owning some yellow diamonds when we know we've had our fair share of rings, but really haven't seen much beyond studs in the earrings, and this being a very elegant drop style that's more designer and super elegant in its look. So we have $1,000. Uh-oh. One bidder so far, that's it. Here's what they look like from the hand here, just so you can see the distance away, and again, get you an idea of that measurement that we'll give you one more time, and then I've got one on so we can show you all the different angles. But that is your yellow diamond drop earring. Inch and yeah, it's really 1 3/8 inches. That's accurate. Just looking there at the exact. There you can see it from the edge, and you can see how even when the post is stable, they just almost like our dancing diamonds. They have some great movement. We have $1,100 now. Thank you so much. Two bidders and $1,100 has been bid. So again, getting very, very close here. Not a lot of bidder participation yet, so we're waiting to see. I know it's going to be a giveaway. That's a $5,000 pair of earrings. We're looking at a huge value right now. Here's what they look like again on the ear, so you can see what that's going to be all about from a distance away, and that little point, and then all that really cool movement that they have, the way they just shimmer. And the way they move is just so pretty. Even when you're still, the earring is not. And that's what I think is my favorite part about it, is that movement they give without actually turning, so that you never want those diamonds to be hidden. We always want to see those diamonds, and that's what you get here. So $1,200 now the bid. Thank you so much. We got two bidders going back and forth. Let's go back up close. I'm about to give this a final call. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to set one up, then we'll try to show one on again. Just want you to see what this is all about from a distance away. What a beautiful earring. We're about ready to start a final countdown clock on the earrings. It's your very last call. If you'd like to go ahead and grab these, and I hope you will, because there have been so many great yellow diamond pieces here in our history, but very few when it comes to earrings. And so we're at $1,200. We got our final 2 minutes, and we're kicking it off right after I say this, because of course we want to make sure that you have a chance to own these. And we started really low, obviously, on a $5,000 pair of earrings. You can see how if things aren't going right away, I'm going to be doing some auctions tonight so we can make sure just 100% the pieces go one way or the other. And if that means we have to go backwards to do so, fine. That's okay. It's more important and more urgent tonight that the pieces go out the door, that we get homes for everything that we show you. That's what we're doing. That's the priority. So $1,200 the bid. You get a carat 15. They're all natural colors of diamonds, different tones of yellows, beautiful champagnes as well, and the whole earring right now, $1,200. Final call, 2 minutes only though. So if you want to get in, not too late, take a look. There's our phone number. You can dial in. Those earrings can be yours. And here's the other one beside it that I'm going to show you. Took that off the ear just so you can see them here side by side together. That's what you're getting right there in those yellow diamond drops. And they're light as a feather. These don't weigh a ton. They're not going to be too heavy for you. We got our final 2 minutes. We're looking for $1,300 or more. Tim, are you verifying on the earrings or something else? Oh, that's typical. I don't think we're broadcasting on Spectrum anymore. Right? We have that call every single night without like clockwork now. So yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't know. Maybe we're not on Spectrum anymore. I don't know. Nobody's told me that, but I would be the last to know anyways. So I'm not sure what we can do about that, but what I can always remind you is that if you're ever not getting us on direct or dish, or because we do have every single day, there's some issue of some kind, so you can always go online, TVON.com. Facebook has a live stream, as well as YouTube, which is actually the most popular way people watch us these days, is actually YouTube. So yeah, YouTube gets thousands and thousands of viewers. So yeah, I think a lot of people are opting to have us on their computer on YouTube, so, or their phone. So it's great alternates. You know, we're always here, just not always our broadcasts are up and running. So final call on the earrings, looking for 13. We've got a minute left. My apologies, I'm not in charge of that stuff, so I don't know how that works, guys, and I don't know why we're not on when we should be. But again, we do have those streaming services for you, which are kind of your fail-safe plan. So it's kind of like your last resort. I realize that may not be convenient for everybody, but that's usually the best way to watch us at this point in time. So here we go, $1,200, 30 seconds remaining, last chance. And that's going to be our final look at those earrings. And it sounds like they're going at 12. So congratulations on those. Very exciting. That's the other one goes. It's just a tricky one to display here. But they're really fabulous. And it sounds like they're gone at $1,200. We got to wait it out about 15 more seconds here. But those will be spoken for. So again, great finishing through the back. You can see all that. That's actually, it would be kind of fun. You can't really reverse them, technically speaking, because you would have a backing up front. But that is a really pretty finished earring, and just how any good high-end earring should be done through the back with all that mirror finishing you've got there. So $1,200. All right, that's gone. Congratulations. Let me just pop this in for a little show and tell time. This is one of my magnificent pendants we have in Tanzanite. It's looking so good to have that heart shape there, and then of course heart-shaped diamonds above it. So that's a really special piece. I know heart shapes have been always popular in the Blue Wing Block D. That one's extremely beautiful, isn't it? Blue wing material, got lots of red there, and that's going to be, sure enough, 1124083. So specialty piece here, and thanks so much for being with us tonight. We've only got a couple minutes till hour number 2 kicks off, and we're going to start that off with some really special earrings, and we do have those gorgeous Mandarin garnets, which not to be outdone by the collection grade stone that's coming out later tonight as well. But that's our heart shape, 1575 heart shaped stone with all the reds. It's 18 karat gold, and you also get 50 points of really important heart-shaped diamonds as well. So that's important as well. And let me show you, because I know this is hard. They sit kind of all together. So let me just show you what this looks like upright, because that's important. When you have it on the neckline, it's going to look like so. You put your chain right through the bail, which is going to be where your two heart-shaped white diamonds are. Then you've got that amazing true heart shape. This is not a pear shape. It's a true, honest-to-goodness heart-shaped blue wing block D. And if anybody would like it, let me know. Just tell me, make me an offer on it. We'll do something wild here. I don't know what it's going to take, but I've got a $19,999, which can pretty much assure it's going to stay here. So I'm ready to say, just make us an offer and we'll make it happen for you, okay? If you like the $1,575, we would just love to hear from you, because I know that's a special one. We don't see many pieces like this, and it's a museum reserve. So obviously that's super important as well. And these museum reserves now at this point have all been set. Every single stone that we had on reserve for the museum displays across the world have now been set into jewelry, and you're looking at a very important heart shape. And then of course those stones are probably not exactly the same size, but consider they're on average about 25 points. So you figure one might be a little bit larger. That top one looks a little larger than the middle there, but again, quarter carat heart shape VS white diamonds are pretty important as well. So you've got a great chance to pick that heart shape up. Let's go to our top of the hour. So we're going to talk top of the hour here in Mandarin garnets. Want to go ahead and tell you a little bit about what's happening, because the top of the hour is where it's at. And I have to really make sure that, you know, if people can tune in on any given night, that we want to make sure that we do something really to catch your eye at the top of the hour, if for nothing else, just to make sure that you are intrigued enough to stay with us for the next couple of hours. And that's what we're going to do right here, right now. Welcome to the show. If you're just tuning in, so glad you're with us. My name is Lauren Blair. This is TVON. We got 2 hours left. We're live from Los Angeles, so we'd love to hear what you're looking for. We've had, guess what, some requests already come in. They're still here. The requester didn't even take the pieces, so it's really important to let us know if you want anything coming out from the vault, but also, more importantly, if you saw something that you liked, you can still pick it up if you want to. Now, we've got what I think is the best value, and I'm here all the time. I show you hundreds of pieces of jewelry a day. There's a lot of good values. Some are better than others, I will admit. And there are always superstars at top of the hours. I don't think I have ever, in 8 years of standing up here talking to you, I don't think I've ever seen a value like this. I have had stud earrings in Mandarin garnets in the last week's time. I have had drop earrings in Mandarin garnets. This was the really most difficult thing to bring at a value of late, because the Mandarin garnets themselves are soaring. Have you heard? It was the talk of JCK. It was the talk of Tucson back in February. It was the talk of the Hong Kong show, and there have been 2 already. And everybody's talking about Mandarin garnets and the way they're soaring in their value. They're only, keep in mind, only outdone by Parahiba. But they're kind of neck and neck right now. They're going insane. This is a time for you to get your favorites right now, because there is a drop earring that's bigger and better than the drop earring we had just this past couple of days. They're better than the stud earrings we had as well, and yet they are so ridiculously affordable. So Thursday night, just got to tell you a little secret. We do some wild things. It's, as far as the shows that are on TV, it's the least viewed show of the week. So here's the thing. We put together a lineup that entices you with very special opportunities. In turn, it should be the most watched show of the week. I'll tell you why. The values are ridiculous. I'm going to prove that right here on an earring that, once again, the only challenge here is displaying them, because they're a long earring that's going to give you movement, that's going to give you open work. It's got diamond weight. It's got a lot of gold, even a leverback style, which tell you a little fun fact about leverbacks right now. If this doesn't help you understand, because a lot of people watch the show and go, yeah, it seems like good values, but until you're in the trenches of wholesale, it's hard to really grasp what a great value is versus a good value. I was downtown LA 2 days ago. I was at the biggest wholesale finding dealer. That findings are basically, you can buy finished findings if you make jewelry, like leverbacks, like backings, like chains, like clasps and closures. And if you buy in tremendous volume, you get a discount, and it's wholesale anyways. The leverback findings for a pair of earrings, just the leverback that they sell separate from any earring drop. The leverback findings, if you buy more than 200 pairs at a time, just the leverback in 14 karat gold, like what I'm about to show you to start this earring, they are selling right now for $419 a pair. That's if you're buying 200 or more at a time. I just don't know if there's any better way right now to really think about gold and where gold's at than thinking about that perspective. That's not a chain, that's not a band, It's a finding. So that's really incredible. It really does, I think, reinforce what you're about to see with this top of the hour value, where I would encourage you to dial in really, really early if you're already thinking about Mandarin garnets, because check these out. And just like the ring that we have later, that I started the show in an unorthodox way. I showed you something and didn't sell it because I showed you something as a preview of a ring that's coming up later. There is still a ring still to come, but this is the earring that is going to match whether you get that ring, whether you have a Mandarin garnet already from your in your collection from us. This is the way to get a gorgeous drop earring. And let me tell you, the studs were more money. I don't mean to give anything away, but this is going to be that kind of value. So even if you think it's too early to dial in, I don't want to get in too early, you have to. You have to. This is spectacular. It's item number 112-4543. Please do not wait. Whatever you do, I don't have anyone on the phone lines yet, and that's a little bit jarring because there is something about to happen where if you think I got quantity, I wish I had 300 pairs. I have a full carat of pear-shaped Mandarin garnets in pear shapes that are identical in their color. This is the ultra neon. I know they're on a lot of stones. There are orange diamonds out there. They don't look anything like this. There are really interesting citrines out there. They really don't look anything like this either. This is the rarest, one of the rarest garnets overall. It's the rarest of the orange stones because even orange diamonds just don't look like this. They have a lot of brown to them. You're getting 8 points in diamonds. They're going to basically be on the sides of your pear shape, the open work of this design. They feel a little Art Deco. I do want to show you. Now, the only thing this won't be working for is anybody who just wears a stud. If you don't do drops, they're not for you because they're one of our longer drops we create. And again, this is the finding I was talking about right there, that top portion. That's the $419 you're spending in wholesale to get those findings by themselves without this gorgeous drop that looks like this. And again, nobody's on the phone lines yet. Well, let me tell you, if you've been seeing Mandarin garnet earrings of late and you saw $59.99 price tags and you wondered why so much, that's because of the Mandarins and what they're doing. You're getting an inch and 5/8 of, let's see here. Yep, inch and 5/8 there, top to bottom, start to finish. Wait till you see one on. You're going to love them. They're in white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. We're not even restricting what gold color you have to get. You can get any gold color you want, including, yes, rose. I wouldn't recommend it. The rose gold I just don't think is the best combination with the Mandarins and the diamonds, but you can choose the white or the yellow and you're good to go there. But this is what you're going to get. One of our better values we've ever seen. Do not hesitate to dial in right here and now. We have nobody on the phone lines, and that's probably because you're figuring, if I saw little studs for $49.99, what's that going to be for an earring that's long and dropped and has the movement and the articulation and those really expensive findings that she's talking about? How much am I going to have to spend to get a really lovely Mandarin garnet? Well, guess what? Not that much, because it's our top of the hour special and it's a loss leader tonight. So we're bringing out a specialty value just for this Thursday night for the few of you that can dial in and get them in time before they're sold out, because they will sell out. I can guarantee you of that. I know this is picking up a little glare here because I'm in darkness, but there you can see that beautiful mirror finish to the gold. Diamonds are right at either side of the Mandarin pear shape, which is pointing up. So the pinpoint design is pointing upward towards the earring. So you see it starts more narrow, widens toward the jawline, exactly where you want it to drop and expand so that it's super flattering on the ear. And then I'll tell you what we're going to do instead of, and this is like summertime chic, really cool neon material. I've got a $49.99 should be price. Let's go back to the wheel. I'll set them up together. And I want you to also, before I take this one off, you can see this from a distance away as well, because that's really impressive the way these look. It's not heavy. It's enough open work. It's all mirror finish, actually side, front, and back. So no matter how you look at them, meaning if someone's behind you, they're still seeing, now you can really see them. They look even better from across the room than they did up close, because now you're seeing that beautiful way that the gold sparkles and shines, and the mirror finishing and what that gives. I got to tell you, I know nobody's going to call it $49.99. Loss leader, what does that mean? We're going to take the quantity we have, we're going to literally price them under our own factory manufacturer cost for you and give you a better value. And for anybody who's wanted Mandarins ever in a lifetime, or you know a garnet lover, or you know somebody who says, there are people that don't know gems that well. They know the basics like rubies, sapphires, emeralds, but they don't know the exotic world of gems. Great way to introduce somebody to one of the rare garnets of the world with this stone, and yet it's such a personality stone, but they're usually a fortune to afford. This is going to be easy. And then later tonight, we have the private collection Mandarin that I started the show off with, showing you this bright, it's literally our best Mandarin we've had for you, and it's a tremendous size. And we'll do something special for you there. But this is the earring you get now. have the ring to go with it later, the option. And you know what? We're not even doing $999. I'm giving them away. This is how we do it on a Thursday, giving you a drop earring that looks like that. When hair is going up, hair is back. Maybe it's summertime, so a lot of people go with the short haircuts because they're ready for a new season to begin, right? The longer days and the hot temps and all of that, maybe the vacations, and you know, maybe you're stepping outside the box a little bit with fashion, or maybe not. You want to do it with your accessories and your jewelry that is worth something at the end of the day. This is it. And all goes with that ring that we're going to see our best Mandarin garnet. And yes, you know what? They're going to be sold out here at $9.99. The truth is, I'm going significantly lower for a couple of you to get them. So if you haven't dialed yet, we're starting to get busy on those phone lines. No surprise why. This is where you call me right now. Make them yours. Send them back if you don't love them. If you don't think this is the best value you've ever purchased, send them on back to me. Because I think out of hundreds of items a day and literally tens of thousands of items every few months that I bring you, I have never seen a value as good as this one. And I know $9.99 is fair. I'm talking about let's blow your mind tonight with value. Let's give you something better than you expected. I know I'm up here talking a big game like value, like, well, it really is a value of a lifetime. I say that if I mean it. Because I'll tell you right now, we have 3 pairs gone at $9.99. You see the value. It's not going to be $9.99. Hold on, operators. If you want a pair, you have to tell me, because I'll tell you right now, I don't have enough to go around for everybody who's going to want one. It's as simple as that. You are getting a match pair, because I know a lot of designers are selling single earrings right now. Please check your descriptions online when you're shopping that way, because there's a lot of earrings being sold right now as one individual earring, and that's it. So we don't want you to fall into that trap. I just had one on for you. This is better than even $9.99, $8.88, $777. Would that be of interest? Can we open the door to Mandarin garnets to people that may have never seen them or never been able to afford them before? I think we just did. And your value is even better than that. This is your chance to get them. Gift them, sell them, keep them, collect them, whatever it is your plans are for this Mandarin, and we are uber busy on the lines. I don't have a better value in diamonds, in gold, in Mandarins, in a drop earring than what is happening right now. And you're not spending $777 a pair. We are almost sold out. They're going to be gone. White gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. You get to decide. I love them in the yellow. I think it's very rich. If you're just a white gold metal lover, well, there's a great contrast with the white gold and the Mandarins that you can get there as well. But they're not even $777 or $750, $700, $699. Value is paramount. That's what we do. That's really in our name. We are making this better than $699, and it is a pure, absolute giveaway is really what this is. If you ever want a great drop earring, this is the way to get it. Mandarin garnets that are so unique, discovered in 1991. If you're thinking, I don't see those anywhere else. Very rarely are they in retail. Very rarely are they on television, which is I know where a lot of you shop and know what's going on. Where else do you see Mandarin garnets? We have a match pair. They're a ½ carat minimum each. That's incredible. And there's diamond weight and gold weight, and they're not going to be $699. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. We're already at the loss leader price at $699, and I'm not actually seeing as many callers as I thought we would. So here's what I'll do. I'll go in extra. We're going to now call this, forget about TVON. They had nothing to do with this. This is your low, low price. That's all this is. This is I'm going to try with all my might to get every single last pair that we have gone tonight, not tomorrow when people call in and go, okay, so I watched the show this morning because I wasn't there live. This is going to be sold out here tonight and right now. And you don't have to limit yourself to one pair. If you want to get one for you and one for the bestie, if you want to get one for you and one to sell to make up the money that you spent on the earrings in the first place, I don't know, that's how I think, because I'm in the resale world all the time, you know, in the wholesale world. I would just resell a pair, and then it pays for your earring that you're keeping. I mean, it really is like a twofer, but better. You're saving so much darn money here, it would be silly not to try a pair. And for those of you that are brand new to our show and TVON, you've got to try these earrings. Super rare exotic stones, diamonds to boot, $699, not your price. We have already got, okay, so now we've got the $699 sunk in, and now the phone lines are really lit. I'm going to make it even better for you. So if you haven't dialed yet, come on in right now. Take a look. They're not going to be $699 a pair. It is your only way to get Mandarin garnets for this price. And you're getting 1 inch and 5/8 in length. That's a lot of gold. You're getting a $419 finding. Well, the mandarins, the diamonds, the gold that goes beyond that, we're not even asking $6.99. Get a pair or 2 or 3. Think about holiday shopping. I know it's not even July, but this would be your time to go ahead and stock up for holidays, Christmas time, Hanukkah, anything that's coming up in the next few years. This is the time to get them. If there's a January birthday that you want to honor with one of the coolest birthstone options for that month, save them till January, because this value is second to none. They're not even $6.99. What more can I say? We're dropping them again. I'll make them $599 a pair, which has got to be. Tony, you've been with me for nearly all of the 22 years I've been doing this. Is this not one of the best values? I think it's the best value in earrings we've ever had. And if you're not familiar with the stone, you got to know it's a stone that is accelerating in price per carat on the level that Paraíba is. Those rare, expensive, exotic Paraíba tourmalines, the Mandarin garnets are doing the same thing in pricing that Paraíbas are doing. We've been talking about this for months at a time. $599 gets you a Mandarin garnet earring. We're almost sold out. Let's give them 60 seconds. We got to go. Not a lot of time. Certainly a lot of jewelry. Well, I know the big ring is coming up. The big ring will not be $599. The big ring is actually $59,000, but that's interesting. So the ring that matches is right here. This is the ring that's coming up a little bit later that I literally showed you at the top of the show. And probably the bad idea to do that because I think I lost some of you. But this is the ring that's coming up in a little bit. We're going to make this happen for you. And I don't know, given that I still have $599 Mandarin earrings here, not sure what it's going to take to get that ring out the door, but we're going to bring that still to you. I've got to do it tonight. We've got to. So that's going to be happening. We also have the heart-shaped Tanzanite. We've got some beautiful emerald. I did bring out, I knew we had our best emerald go last night. I did bring out the second best as far as it's a little smaller in size. So it's still got the great color, but it's also going to be a little smaller in size and a cushion. So I did bring that out. Here's the emerald 3-stone ring. So the 373 went last night, but we have a 280 for you tonight. So if you missed out on that emerald, we got a good one. We have a gorgeous chameleon as well. And just a lot to show you here. And of course, your requests are the most important thing. I would rather show you exactly what you want to see beyond what we have here set up if you have anything that's on your mind. So with our earrings here, we have studs also coming up. We have the Tanzanites, the diamonds, and the Russian demantoids coming up as well. And all we got to do is hook you up here with the last couple of pairs. 2 left. That's all. It is indeed 2 remaining. That would be it. $599. So Tim, you've got a pair, right? I just won. Oh, you're actually taking, see, that's why I asked. 2 over here. That's a problem. We have 1 left then. And then Wayne, you've got just 1 pair. I'm assuming everyone else has 1 pair. Okay, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, you've got the 2. So that does mean 1 pair is left and that is it. So I guess we give it a final 30 seconds and then say goodbye, sold out forever and ever. Call me right now if you want. It's going to be a rush to the phone lines. A lot of people kind of sit back and get a little complacent here. Can't do it on a style like this where a price tag of $599 is happening. So hugely important opportunity there. Take as many as you can. Who got your pair, Wayne? Thank you so much. Judy got a pair of earrings. Love that. And again, let me know if you want that last pair. Should be gone. Still have the turquoise pendant, ruby necklace from earlier in the first hour. A lot of great pieces still hanging out here. If you have any need or questions for any of those at all, we'll be able to help you out. But lovely earrings, and $599 is a tremendous, tremendous value. So we've got a very important padparadscha here, unheated, untreated padparadscha. Looking very forward to that. We've got a quick one only here, and we'll see that before we get to our earring wheel, which is coming up in 14 minutes. So we'll have studs. I know that a lot of people right now might be bemoaning the fact these are drops, and maybe you're a stud girl. Well, we've got the studs coming up at the bottom of the hour, so we'll do earring studs for you. But this is the one-of-a-kind padparadscha, unheated, untreated. Item number 112-4547. Let me know what your requests are too tonight. We'll help you out. Let me know. It's whatever you want to see. It's Thursday night. It's all about you. It should be the basically, it should be an all-request show is what this should be. But here we are, and we have backed up calls again. So I know that if you're having trouble getting through, please be patient with us. We don't have a lot of operators here tonight. It's going to be 112-4547 on the 117 unheated padparadscha. This has got a little pinky purple golden to it, so it's like a tricolor stone. It's 3 colors really coming together as one, and that's a very special stone. Durability that Sapphire gives, well, it's second only to diamonds. Speaking of, you get 99 points of diamonds throughout the bridge. So that's an exceptional, exceptional piece. And we can even change the gold color for you. So if you're not a fan of the white gold, no problem. Yellow gold or rose gold are perfectly fine with me. We want you to have it exactly how you want it. But It's the value that is going to be striking here. It's the value that's going to make the wow happen. It's all about one collar, taking this very fancy bridge. It's the mid-size bridge. It doesn't go oversized, but it's not the narrow version that we do. Here's what it looks like from a distance away. What a great look that is. And we only have one. That's it. Having multiples, that was the earring, and now it looks like they're sold out. Maybe, I think they are. So this is where you got a chance. We're back to one of a kinds here. Time to pick it up and get on those lines, because this is one of the more affordable padparashas in the past. When we have 1 carat plusers, especially if they're unheated. I had one last night I didn't show you. It was $69.99. That's why I didn't show it. It was a $7,000 piece, and we didn't have a $7,000 crowd. This one, $69.99, right there. I'll show it to you. It's hard to see with all the glare of the lights. I'll show it to you. It is $69.99. Same price as last night's. Shouldn't be surprised. They came out in the same collection. Beautiful stones, rare, 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 unheated. So most padparashas, I ask you just as a little lesson to be learned if you're shopping somewhere besides here. Because I want you to be an informed shopper, not just when you're shopping us for 3 hours, but anywhere else you might shop, because I know you shop other places. And if that means you're actually buying other places, or if that means looking around, I at least need you to be a really good informed shopper, because jewelry is a confusing world. And a lot of people just, it takes you can spend years educating yourself and still not know everything there is to know about shopping for gems and jewelry. And so keep this in mind, because it's mostly what you see out there with sapphires that are called padparashas. Notice that there will be a little trick that a lot of different designers or retailers will use, and they'll say padparasha color. And that means it was a sapphire, but it's been treated heavily to get the padparasha color to basically mimic that rarest form of sapphire. When we bring them to you, it's a padparasha through and through. It's not about one that was enhanced or treated to get there. It's actually padparasha. So just a little tip when you're shopping, just to look at those specifics and descriptions so you know. So you know what you're shopping for, because those padparasha colored stones can be really expensive, and they're not the real deal like this is. They're not genuine through and through like this is. So that's just, I think, just something to be aware of when you're shopping padparashas, but it's actually going to be better than $69.99. We'll do a quick little blowout for you and make it simple and easy. It is lovely, and it's going to be under $3,000, which is already more than 50% off, so you can't deny there's a value happening already, but we're going to make it better than $29.99. This is now one of the most affordable padparashas I've had. We're doing a number on these prices tonight to make sure every single last piece goes. That's the mission. I've chosen to accept it. I come to war every day. That's what I do. That's what I'm here to move jewelry. And you know what? Sometimes it's taking some real extra discounts to do it. But I'm okay with that. As long as you're happy, we're happy. I'll make it, you know what, $2,499. Take an extra $500. We'll save it right now for you to get that exquisite value on genuine, not even just the real deal, but not even heated. Not treated, but not even heated. Heating's a very acceptable treatment that's pretty much given to most every stone out there. So that is important. The fact it is an unheated, that just means all of that color and the color blendings you're getting and the clarity are all thanks to Mother Nature. Not a treatment, not a heating, nothing done in a lab, no extras at all. That's what's so important here. So $24.99, we've got sapphires in a variety of colors. In a circular style. This is so pretty. Look at that. Wasn't that fun? That feels like a party, doesn't it? Some of the brightest sapphires and all baguette cuts. Oh, we got to show that next. So that's a one-of-a-kind necklace coming your way. You can just jump in on the phone lines right now if you'd like to try and get position number 1 here to get this one for you. But look at this necklace. It's $44.10, brand new right now. And those are all, wow, that looks so cool, because it looks like, you know, they're all settling there at the bottom of the circular style. This comes with the chain, by the way, which is all 14 karat yellow gold, and it's going to be $44.10. Those are baguette stones in all different colors, including green, yellows, goldens, blues, pinks, and padparasha sapphires. It's a carat 37 total weight in sapphires. Then you get the diamond weight at 22 points, which encircles the outside perimeter of that circle of lifestyle we see a lot of. The chain is going to even be adjustable. 2 different lengths you're going to choose from here, 16 or 18. It's a lobster claw clasp. Yes, the chain will come off this pendant. You can use it with other things as well. Here's what it looks like from a distance away, and then we'll show you the diameter overall, then we'll show it to you on the neckline. Got to grab the ruler here, pop that in for a look. Yeah, almost an inch. It's about 3/4 of an inch top to bottom there in diameter, and then we'll show it over on the neckline for you so you get another perspective on it, how that's going to look from a distance. Talk about a piece that's going to go with everything. I think that qualifies, right? All those different colors, and yet those sapphires are not small individual stones. They're not just little accents. They're all, I mean, every one of those could have been a center stone in a ring, and instead they're compiled together to give you this almost rainbow effect of different colors from the, again, yellows, greens, blues. You get every category of sapphire in that one necklace, including, did they even get a purple in there? They sure did. Look at it up close again so we can show you here the different colors. This is wild. The fact that there's padparadscha, yellows, greens, and I would say it's more of a purple blue, but look at that. Pinks, yellow, pods, oranges, bright greens, and the whole piece, including the chain, is $1,999 only. And there are your diamonds. They go all the way around. So just to keep that in mind, I just want to get a close-up view of the sapphires and also note the big diamonds that are between them, how it's all scattered in their every which direction, and then you got a few diamonds in between as well. You know what, skip $19.99, skip $1,500, let's just blow it out. We'll make it $12.99 right now, first caller. And talk about your wear every single day, go with everything piece. Diamonds do that too. A lot of us wear diamonds every day. But it's another thing to add some lively bright colors, get a stone that is as valuable as sapphire is. $12.99 is your price tag. Stays in yellow. We're even throwing in the $600 chain. That is too good. $12.99 only, one that's new. We've not even really had anything like this in our history. So very excited about that one being here. And again, diamonds go all the way around. Just want to show you. I just really wanted to focus in on those really dynamic baguettes and those multiple colors together. That looks so good. So that one's here if you'd like it. Then we've got a, interestingly enough, we have the same kind of look but surrounding a pearl. There's a new markdown on this one, by the way, and this feels very fresh, like a party in stones. Those are all sapphires as well, but you're getting them surrounding a pearl. This is going to be 112-4300. It's a gigantic 14 millimeter South Sea white pearl. All the white, yeah, we say white pearl, but a good pearl, a good white pearl is going to have other colors to it. Like you need to see the pinks, the purples, the blues, the greens. It's exactly what you see in this stone. Even in these hot, bright lights, you're still getting the luster of the pearl, which is 14 millimeters in the round, 2 full carats of your sapphires. They're going to dot along the edge, the purple, the blue, the green, the pink, the pod, the orange, the yellow, all the way around. 47 points are the diamond weights because you get a diamond halo around every single sapphire around the ring. Have you ever seen a pearl like this? Pearls get a bad rap, sometimes just being the conservative, right? The super ultra conservative type of stone, right? I don't know why that is, because we see some of the greatest designers in the world put faux pearls with black leather and chains, and then they do these great layered styles in their costume jewelry, and they cost like $8,000. You know who I'm talking about, right? Coco, you know who. She does $8,000 costume pieces where it's pearls and pearls and pearls and pearls, and there's nothing real about it. And because it's 2 continents that interlock, it gets $8,000 for costume jewelry. I don't get it. We can bring you a really, really special, and I love designers. I'm the first one to admit it. I'm a label, I like labels. But this is 14 millimeters. And so it's the real deal. And it's one, but that's the thing. It gives a little more personality to your pearl. It's a huge, important pearl, but it's got the personality of having all the colors, the diamonds as well. Feels like, again, another great piece that's versatile that you can wear with everything else. And it's got a new markdown because I just debuted it last week for $49.99. And tonight, it's different. And just whenever you get a chance, thank you, that'll be helpful because we're about halfway through the show now. So we've got a lot of jewelry, but very little time left. So we just don't have a ton of time tonight here and got to make up for some time that we've lost here with our, viewership issues. So I'll tell you what, we'll just make this one easy, $19.99, send it on out. Send it flying on out of here. One caller gets it, $19.99. Let's take a look at it on the hand so you can really see what a 14 millimeter size looks like, because most pearls are 5. Average size of a pearl, 5 or 6 millimeters. Those are really tiny. And when we're talking about a size like this, you got a whole different deal here. And you get all the colors you're getting, that beautiful, it's like a platform that it's set on, but that could be a ring on its own, just those sapphires and diamonds. And instead, you've got so much more interest here at $19.99. Shall we bring out the big Mandarin garnet? Are we ready? Or the 626, that carat weight, I will tell you the story with that. We've got a very special blue wing block D oval Tanzanite classic for you as well. Then we have our earring special. I'll get to that really quickly. It's going to be like a 60-second deal on some earrings. Just to go ahead and wipe out some studs here. We've got some really beautiful classic studs, but also in some rare varieties. And so whatever we can help you with, let me know. We're going to start with these Tanzanite studs that I know we showed earlier. And obviously the big studs are already gone. So now we want to give you something else as an option here in some Tanzanites and some demontoids. The demontoids are not just studs though. They have a diamond halo around them. And then we also are going to bring you the white diamonds. Oh, these star-like looks. This is like our North Star design in a beautiful white diamond earring. And we're going to take all the earrings that used to be $9.99 and make it a lot better for you. So the idea is that 3 different pairs of earrings that are vastly different, of course, in every respect, right? Design, stones, some are all diamonds. You know what? It's all about discounting them down so that we can take our last final few pairs and blow them out. We're going to make sure that it's your last chance to get any one of these. The demontoids are amazing, aren't they? They're rounds with a halo. This is your solid classic. Why they're in rose gold, I have no idea, but it just gives you an option. If you want to get white or yellow, please do. There's the white diamonds. Every single option up here is going to be available in any gold you want. So I know 2 out of the 3 are in rose gold. Let me tell you a secret. That's why they're here. The reason, I'm actually really glad for this. The reason they've been presented and are still here is probably because they're in the rose gold and a lot of you go, yeah, I don't like it. So if you get them in white or rose, they'd already be gone at $9.99 because that was our original price tag on them. We're going to take them lower, but the reason they're here and the reason we're blowing them out is because probably they're in the rose gold right now. That's for the Tanzanite and the demontoids. My recommendation to get more classic and to give you a better look that you're going to like a lot better is go with the rose or go with the white or the yellow instead of the rose, and then you're going to get what is a classic look and probably something that's going to go along with everything else in your inventory, in your own collection, and it's going to match what you love. But here's the issue. We have a couple pairs. It looks like I have 2 of each. You get to choose your gold color. They're all post and butterfly backings, and the diamond weights, listen to this. The demontoids are out of Russia, so they're super high-end. You're getting 20 points in demontoid with also a 33-point diamond weight. If you're going with the blue wing block Ds, they're 60 points each, carat 20 total weight, no diamonds. Classic stud, great for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, whatever you got. That's a great stud. It's really designed with the option of wearing it anywhere on the ear. We went big enough they could be a primary piercing, small enough where you can stack them all the way up. Even if you go way up here, way over here, way over here, wherever you go. Those are an earring you can wear. Carat 20 total weight in the tansies, all in 14 karat gold. Then the diamonds. 36 points in that star-like design that is going to be all-round brilliant white diamonds. 36 points, all set in 14K gold. You get to decide what you want. Maybe if you're a stud collector and lover, you probably are going to take one of each and just build your earring wardrobe that way. Because when you get a value that is, forget about $19.99, we're doing better than $9.99, which is the lowest any of them have been offered for. You get a better value tonight. We are taking these last couple of pairs in these individual looks, and we are giving them away just to send out earrings. We did it with the Mandarin garnets. We're going to bring these even lower, even though you're getting a lot of white diamond weight here in the case of the diamonds, and of course the demontoids as well. The demontoids are the rarest up there, I will say. White diamonds are pretty easy to get. We do them all the time. If you're looking to really step outside the box, you're either going to go with the Russian demontoids or the Tanzanites, which are blue wing block D, by the way. So you've got another match to anything else you need in the blue wing category. But here's what we've got for you. Much better value than $9.99. It's a 60-second deal. So speed will be important here. Dialing, more important, the quantity is what's so limited. They're going to last probably 30 seconds on most of these pairs. And again, all classic studs. I'll try them all up against the ear for you, but they're not even $888, $777, $699. We're doing better. Got to move them, and we talked about gold. What the gold costs alone is more than where they're going tonight. And I don't care which one you love, they're all the same price. That's the beauty of a wheel like this. It's your choice of 1, 2, or 3. You might just take the whole collection and set. Get one of each. Shop them for gifting. Someone's going to think you spent a lot of money for that gift of earrings, and you didn't have to. They're not even $599. So this is your last call. And it's the last time we get to see these on the air, which is kind of sad because obviously blue wing block Ds, we don't have any more. The Russian demontoids, same deal. The diamond earrings are just on a blowout. We could make them all day long, but it costs us like $1,800 to make them. So we're selling them for less. How about we skip $599? Let's make it even better. $499 a pair while they last. I'm going to try on the Tanzanites first, which are item number 1120385. That's in rose gold. I say get the yellow or the white. You'll be happier. And we've got a look at them here, so you can see that they look good anywhere. They look good in a primary piercing. You could stack them all the way on up the ear if you want to. They go anywhere. The size really lends itself to anywhere on the ear you want to go. So that's my favorite thing about the Tanzanite. That's where I'd also think about getting more than one pair. $499. There's still blue wing black Ds for you. Let's go back to the wheel. I got to try on the demantoids, and we got to try on the diamonds for you as well. Remember, that's a carat 20 total weight. We only got 60 seconds with this wheel. Then we got to move. And then we've got the diamond earrings, which are 36 points in diamonds. You've got a post and butterfly backing on all three pairs. Here are the diamond earrings. These are just like that very famous North Star design that we do. We do this North Star pendant that's always been so popular here. This is really that same design, but in an earring. This one I would recommend probably as a primary piercing only, just because it is so large and elongated with those extra points that you're getting there. So that's a really good look. You can wear more squared off as well if you want to, or top to bottom points. Let's go back to the wheel. I've got one more to try on, which is the Russian demantoid style, which are still demantoids with the halo around them. So stunning. Again, another one I say rose gold's not its best look, not maybe the most flattering color for these to be in. I would say the white or the yellow are your better ways to go. Let's take a look at those so you can see what those are all about right there. Those are Russian demantoids, and then an entire halo in diamonds around them, and a very bright sparkling stone. Russian demantoid is. It's one of the most highly dispersive stones in the world. So there's our last call. Let's go back to the wheel. Sounds like we're just about done and sold out of those. Aren't they great? I mean, what do you get under $500 in diamonds and gold, and in this case, blue wing block Ds? Certainly the most affordable way to get anything in blue wing block D opportunity for you tonight. Okay, so it's almost time for the Mandarin. Top of the hour, it's coming, 25 minutes away. The big collection grade Mandarin garnet that has got an enormous price tag to it is on the way. We will see that. We also have that Tanzanite, blue wing block D. Got to bring that out. The big yellow diamond, the aqua pendant. You let me know what you'd like to see. Requests are certainly welcome. $4.99 a pair. Wow, that's a really special opportunity to get earrings like that. Okay, so coming up, we're on our way. We've got, let's just bring it out. It's Tanzy time. This stone is, we talk about namesake stones. Gosh, I love this stone. First of all, I think that out of all the requests I feel, and one of the greatest things about doing this business is that, you know, in this day and age, everyone's accessible, right? You guys can reach out and we can all talk and chat, and, you know, we can remember, you know, what we like, and I can give you a heads up when pieces come around that are something you've been looking for. I've got to say, our blue wing block Ds are in their final days. And the question I get every day is, okay, I'm newer to the show, because a lot of you already have a collection that some of you have up to 50 different blue wings. I'm talking more here to the folks that may be newer to the collection, and maybe you're coming in here at the very end and you're not sure where to go. You see the emerald cuts, you see the Asher cuts. At this point, most everything we have left is really large, 22, 25 carat stones that cost a pretty penny. I really wanted to bring the classic out. Now, the truth is this was here a couple weeks ago. And I didn't tell you the whole story, so I want to get into that really quickly because it is special, and I think I probably should have told you back then because it was a big reason why this started so much money, is because this was a stone that actually was a piece of rough, not a faceted stone when we first got this collection back in 2018. It was December of 2018 when this first arrived here. And the miner who mined the stones himself, who is still doing well, and still we're in touch with him about once every couple of weeks, he's the one that provided this material. He's the one that stashed it from when it was mined to when it was faceted. He kept it, he collected it. After years of basically keeping it and keeping it a secret to the industry, he gave it to us. Now, it didn't just happen that simply, of course. There was a round of negotiations because you know us. We had to negotiate a great value for you. We weren't going to just bring you the best of the best and then charge an enormous amount of money for it. We had to make sure it was a value for you. So we did all that. That took place in 2018. Here we are, June of 2024, almost sold out of the material. There was a little piece of rough material that was given to us because all the material had pretty much been faceted, but after it was quite clear that it was popular and you were loving it and our values were so good, we acquired the little bit of rough that hadn't yet been faceted. This is what resulted in that rough. We decided it would be fun, and this was the idea, was for it was intended to be the collector's stone for ownership here, because obviously we have a long established running network now that some of you may be newer to, but we've been around for about 9 years, and 1124142 is the stone that actually was cut specifically to be our area code and, of course, the next 3 digits. It's a 626. So it's a big reason why this had an enormous price tag when I first brought it out. Not only is it museum reserve, which it is, but it also had that $99.99 price tag that usually museum reserves have. But a lot of you said, wait, isn't that usually for more a 10 carat? That was because this stone was specialty cut. It was meaningful. It was one that we actually had to work with one of the best lapidaries in the world, who's asked to remain anonymous, but they work with us all the time. One of the best gem cutters in the world cut it for us, and we thought, we want to make it classic. This was, the idea was to all along, it was meant to be put in a halo design to keep that classic, but we wanted it to be a really symbolic stone. You know how a lot of us like, now maybe not everybody, but a lot of us like meaningful jewelry that has a meaning behind it or a symbolism behind it. This is really kind of like our baby here. It was specifically cut. This is why it's not only museum reserve as far as the rough material goes, as you'll see all the reds and the saturation that ovals don't usually give, but it's a classic cut, that meaningful carat weight that matches our number here, and then of course the 72 points in diamonds around it. So that's going to be your halo. Classic as can be. It started out at $99.99. I put it up for auction a couple weeks ago, but I still started at $7,500. Needless to say, it didn't get the job done. It didn't get the opens. So today we thought we'd revisit it, bring it back for a special Thursday, especially for those of you that say, I don't know where to start. This is where you start. A classical mounting like this is, an oval shape, which you will never tire of. It's one of the really most classic shapes in stones worldwide. The center, of course, being surrounded by a halo in diamonds, but all big diamonds as well. We put in our best of VS here as well. Take a look at it. And I'm going to try it on so you can see the size that you're going to get here. But one thing I cannot do is just let this stay here for even $7,500 to open. And let me zoom back just a touch because we're cutting off a few of those diamonds. There we go. So it's really, you can see it's a more elongated oval than some, right? Gives us a little more look. So it tends to look a little bit bigger than a 626. Yeah. Okay. The 151 round, you got it. And the big one's coming up too, by the way. The big museum piece is coming up at the top of the hour as well. So that's Gerard. Okay, so Gerard, we got two options. So what I'll do is probably bring them out consecutively here so you can see two options, because you may just want to go with the oval when you see what we're going to do with the price tag. But this is going to lead us to that point. It's our meaningful, symbolic, and we had another name for it too, which I'm not sure I'm supposed to share this with you, but this was named obviously for TVON, and it's the TVON Tanzanite, and that's really, again, because of that nature of the symbolism, specialty cut. Let me try it on though, so you're aware of what it looks like. And then also it's stackable. This is really was made with the intention of easy to put a wonder ring around it, because look at how you can slide something right on next to it. Wonder ring, classic diamond band, whatever you got. 7,500. Well, see, the same thing's happening now. That was the same response you had before, was nothing. No response. No calls. Nothing. 7,500, you're probably calculating the carat weight going, that's $1,000 or more a carat. I don't want to pay that, because we have spoiled you rotten through the years. And I'm proud to say that. We have spoiled you rotten. I make it a point, like I've always made it a point, I always want my dogs to be spoiled. I want them spoiled so they are just rotten through and through. That's my goal. I got to say, that's exactly how I feel about how we need to treat our viewers. Spoil you with the quality, spoil you with the values, and if I haven't spoiled you, then I ain't doing my job. And then what's the fun of being here, right? This is recreation. So here's what I'm going to do. $7,500 it's not going to be. I decided let's go crazy low, because also a lot of you have noticed that Tanzanites have gone up everywhere. Block C's, Block D's elsewhere. You can't get a good value anymore on a Tanzanite, because I think the rumor is out, and it's rumor that's really going to actually turn out to be very true here. The Tanzanite mining doesn't have much longer to go. Now, I can't tell you specifically, because I'm no fortune teller, and I can't give you an exact date, but there is very little mining said to be remaining in the whole world of Tanzanite. So we're talking about a stone. You got to get the best now while it's here, while it's still available, not 75, 65, 55, 45. Specialty cut. This is the TVON stone. That's what it's always been called, the TVON Tanzanite. That's what it's been called since day one, which was, again, back in December. Technically, we had to fast at the rough, so it was mid-January when this stone actually got here. That was mid-January of 2019, by the way. So we've waited and we've waited and we've waited, and now it's here for somebody to take. And we would love to share this prize with you. $4,500, listen, it's been an hour and 42 minutes. That price, as good as it is, it's not going to get the job done tonight. So I'm going to take it lower than $4,000. less than $3,500. I know this shouldn't happen. We're going all out here on value. Anything it's going to take to make sure the ring goes. If you love it, you call now. I know ovals can be a little more difficult to get the saturation level you're looking for. This stone has it. That's why it's museum reserve. This, again, was not a gem faceted when it was first arriving here. It was in the rough. We had to have it cut. That's how we got to dictate the carat weight. And it had to be cut 3 times, by the way, to get that exact. Because, listen, you think about this? I'm sure you already did. You can't just go all out. It's like when you cut your hair, gals, right? You always go, do your hairdressers ever say, are you sure you want to go short? And you go, oh yeah, take off 6 inches. And then they're like, okay, let's start with 1. And then maybe we'll go to 2 inches. And then, you know, it's easier to go, you know, more than less. You can't, once it's gone, once you take that 6 inches off the hair, you can't go back, right? So it was the same with the cutting. We knew where we wanted to arrive, but you couldn't risk cutting it down to a 5 carat on first glance. So it took rounds of cutting it to perfect it, which is really something only a great lapidary could do in the first place. So kind of a fun story, right? Kind of a fun little element of, you know, symbolism behind the piece and a really great meaning to us. And I hope it means something to you because we, after all, are the only place to get it on the planet. So how about this, 35? How about we take it all the way down to $3,000 and get this auction going? And with that 72 points in diamond weight that you're getting, classic setting around it, beautiful red flashes and beyond, and $3,000 to get it started when it should be 10. So you got a huge savings to be had right here, right now. And any gold, sure enough, any gold you want, you say the word. You can have yellow gold or rose gold, and we won't charge you a penny for that. So this is your moment to jump in. Wait a minute, we don't have 3. Well, it's that kind of night. Let's help you. We don't have 3,000. What can I do? Answer is, I have no idea. But I know the direction we need to go in if we want a shot. So here we go. As they say, here goes nothing. And nothing, the nothing part of it is the profit. There's nothing. There's nothing in profit here at 3,000. We don't have the open. Without an open, can't sell the ring. And it's got a $10,000 buy it now, $99.99. Here's what I'll do instead. Instead of 3,000, instead of 29 or 28 or 27 or 26, we're going to go even lower and make sure this goes tonight. We're in our final days of Blue Wing Block D. I think that I would be very surprised if this lasts till July 1st, which is only a couple weeks away. Yes?
Can you show the pearl with the multicolored?
Sure. We'll show the pearl again. But before we do, let's go even lower on this one, $2,500 to start with a $10 increment. Whatever. We're going to take the $10,000 ring, go $2,500. That would be a fraction of the price, 75% off, as a matter of fact. And so we're going to go $2,500 to start. I'll go get that pearl. We're going to flash that for you as well. Here we are with a low open. And then here's that pearl with the multicolored sapphires and the diamonds. That was the 14 millimeter. So Wayne, take a quick look at this one. There's the pearl ring again. And look how gigantic that 14 millimeter diameter is. 2 carats of sapphires, 47 points in diamonds. I'll try it on the hand. There's essentially every color of the sapphire rainbow there, including the rare purples, the rare padparadscha, and all the rest. So you've got quite the look in sapphires. That was here earlier. I just had my blowout price was $19.99, by the way, on that one. So if you want to take that one, you may. $19.99 would get that one to you. And that one is, yep, our only big pearl of the white variety there. We've got a Tahitian coming up a little later. No open on the Tanzanite. Okay, 626, the TVON Tanzanite is staying here. All right, let's move on. We got about 13 minutes till the Mandarin garnet comes on out to play, and then we go all out. We've got the really big, all the stud earrings are here too if you want any of those. The smile necklaces we brought up, I request, they're here. The padparadscha that was unheated, untreated, carat 17, that's still here. The pearl may be going. So this is your last call. 15 seconds remaining. Didn't mean to distract you, but we had to get that request in on that pearl. Just a little recap there. Well, did that answer all their questions there? Good. Is it still here? Good. All right. So $2,500. Okay. Well, we don't have an open on that one, sadly, so that's too bad. I love that stone. I just think classic settings. A lot of people ask, where should I go? Bridge, double halo, that's where you go. That's where you go. You know you're going to love it for years to come. It's the classic mounting available in jewelry, has been for years, and you'll always love that piece. And blue wing block Ds, I know that I'm hoping we're at that point where everybody has one, because I know that it seems to be we always want what we can't have, right? So as soon as I announce there's no more Tanzanite, it's going to be when everyone goes, oh, but I needed one or I wanted one. These are in the last days. I'm trying to give you a heads up, fair warning here, but our last call is now on that one. So 2,500. I'll tell you what, let's do this. I can't stand the thought of this staying here. I already brought it out at 7,500 to open. I understood a little bit not getting that open, but to have it now $5,000 below that and still waiting for an open, I really would like to get this one home. It's an enormous quality. Let me show you actually the blue wing block D, of course, specially cut from the rough, but also I want to show you from a distance because I think a lot of people might trip up on the fact it's a 626. There's a great amount of surface area to the stone. So what it does is, you've seen me wear a lot of Tanzanite. This one looks visually much larger than a 626. So that's the good news, because it would be more if you had a 10 karat size or a 9 karat size. They would have to go up in price tag. So the fact that you've got a 626, which is symbolic and meaningful right there, but it looks larger, I think is really important. So you're not paying, well, not even paying what you should for the 6 karat, and you're getting a look that's larger than that. So I think that's really an extra bonus that we have here with this one, that not every stone can boast that. So what I'm going to do is 2,500, we're going to give it a final, you know what, scrap it. Let's do this. Skip the auction, that ain't working. So we'll skip the auction entirely. We're going to blow it out. You can have the most meaningful stone, arguably, that's ever been here right now if you dial in quickly. We have about 10 minutes left in this hour. We're starting hour number 3, final hour, with the Mandarin garnet. Goodness knows I need to really rethink this, because this is not the night after all to bring that out. I've got a superstar Mandarin garnet here that I should probably just tell you right now I need to cancel and wait till another time. But that's scheduled to be here at the top of the hour. I really don't want to show it until we are ensured that we're getting this blue wing out the door first. So let's just make this even easier, and we'll just blow it out. $2,499 to the very first caller. And if there is that little voice inside of you saying, that's a great value, I should get it, you should listen to that voice, because this is the time to get it right now. That is an insanely good value. Here it is again up close, and that'll be $2,499. First caller, let's see who's got it. 60 seconds, then I can't honor the price anymore. That's all. We have too precious of airtime here. We've got the top of the hour coming up very quickly. I've got to make sure that goes. So $2,499 gets you that value, with almost 3/4 of a carat in diamonds as well. 45 seconds. Let's see who's going to get it. You can choose the white, the yellow, or the rose gold, whatever you want. But that's a special piece, isn't it? That's a good look. And the symbolism behind it, love that too. 30 seconds remaining, then I cannot offer it at that price any longer. We got to move on. We got a big Tahitian pearl, and we have amethyst earrings, and we have turquoise drop earrings, and we have the big Mandarin coming up in just about 10 minutes. So all of that and more, lots and lots to get to. There's a nice markdown on some big amethyst earrings as well. Still got a lot of pieces from the show. If you want to ask about any of those remaining items, please feel free to do so. We can always pop it in for another look for you and get you hooked up with that. But that's last call. So who's going to take it? 626 Museum Reserve and the specialty cut. So meaningful, isn't it? I'm just wondering if that would be meaningful to the point where in maybe 13 days, someone's got a birthday on June 26th. I'm just thinking about that. That would be interesting, right? It'd be kind of an interesting symbolism. I've seen that before, where people get carat weights and they see their significant number in a carat weight, and they go, that's a meant to be moment. It could be. So that would be $2,499. Let me know if you like it, and then we're going to be on our way. The only other Tanzanite I have tonight in a ring is a 1281 pair, and it's got yellow sapphires around it. The Mandarin garnet, 8 minutes from now. The Museum Collection Mandarin garnet. Best one we've ever seen. Oh, goodness. There it is. Looking so good. The red is what I can't get over. There are red flashes. I know. We usually talk about that with Tanzanite. We have a Mandarin with red flashes coming through it as well. That is a very important stone. How about a Tahitian pearl? Rich and saturated to the highest degree. We saw the white pearl. We have a Tahitian. That's aubergine colors. You see how it looks purple? It looks like a plum or purple color to it. So outstanding. Okay, anybody on the phone lines there? It looks like we've got someone on the phone lines thinking about it. Let's move the heart shape. Might as well show you the big heart shape. Here's the heart shape, which is our 15 karat 75 heart shape with the heart shape diamonds. You get them both. Very important stone. I'm going to try to see if we can set this up a little differently so that you can see the heart shaped stones in the bale and get a little look at how important that is. That's your angle you want to see there. Of course, it's got two really, really big, substantial heart-shaped diamonds with it as well, and that's a very important stone. So we got that one for you. It's a $15.75. We can blow it out. It's a $19,999 price tag. The diamonds are about a quarter carat each or so. There's just a little bit of difference there in the two heart shapes, but they match as well. So it's that triple heart. Maybe that's going to be symbolic as well. Think about that one, and we'll do a great number on the price here. $99.99. It will no longer be. Better value right now. One caller takes it. The heart shape is exquisite. The colors are beyond, and we'll make it even better than $99.99. There's only one who's, it's just, that's it. I can't do any better than this price. We have no more heart shapes left. I want to show you from a distance. Let's make sure you get the measurement top to bottom, and then we'll see what it looks like on the neckline for you as well. But isn't that a great look? And there you can see the stack of the two heart-shaped diamonds that you're getting as well that lead into that heart-shaped stone. And then, of course, the ruler tells us that it's actually going to be, goodness gracious, let's get a different ruler here. That one is not going to work. So let's use this one here and give you a look at the length here, which you're going to get, which total, including the bale, is going to be right there at about 1.25 inches there. Then we'll show it to you here from a distance on the neckline, because that's actually where we're going to see the most true color, the most true form of color there. And yes, this feels very much like a cinematic piece of jewelry. It's probably one of the most significant in the history of cinema. When we talk about that, you know, it's pretty well received. A lot of people saw that movie Titanic. They actually used a Tanzanite to actually represent the blue diamond. It was not a blue diamond, it was actually a Tanzanite in real life, and it was a heart shape. And so this feels very much like that. I'll take another $1,000 off if you like it. We'll do $89.99 instead, and that's with some super significant heart-shaped white diamonds there at the top, which create that bale around it. So a really good look there. And of course, just a one only, and of course the length of it, where it sits on the neckline, is going to be dependent on the chain that you decide to use, which probably best to do a white gold chain here. Not one that I would recommend the Diamonds by the Yard. I'd say go with your classic link chain there. So let's go back to the wheel close up. We'll show you that stone and all of its presence and importance that you're getting there with that saturation and so much visible red for $89.99. And there's a look at those diamonds. It's really tough on just display here to show you each at the same time. So we'll take a look at the Tanzanite first. That's really crucial. And then the diamonds for a second look. Even the bale is got, you can see actually it would work for a few of the Diamonds by the Yard. So you've got that consideration. There are heart-shaped cutouts in the basket as well. So it's all those little specific details we enjoy seeing that are all just representative of the kind of work we put in to make sure that every little detail is thought of to really make it the perfect piece. So $89.99 on that one for a 15 karat 75 with those important diamonds as well. So let's move on. We've got about 3.5 minutes till our big top of the hour in the Mandarin garnet, the long awaited, that the one I have a feeling that since I started the show with it, just letting you know, I think everyone's just been waiting for it. And it is finally, the time has come. We'll see it coming up for you. Have a great big aquamarine. Let us know if you have requests at all. We'll help you out with those. We'd love nothing more than to bring out a piece that you've been looking for, thinking about. We would love to bring that out. But let me show you these. Speaking of, we've seen great purples in Tanzanite. I have a purple amethyst here. Very saturated. This is a large earring. I know it's been a pretty earring intense type of show. We've had a lot of great earrings on the show. Just want to remind you, this is one of our big button style earrings. You've got the big stud. They're really oversized. Really, I mean, on a lot of us, there'll be a little drop because if your lobe is, you know, kind of an average size, they'll tend to drape a little from the lobe itself because it's a centered post. And what they did was, they're even top heavy. They've got the centered post, and then I'm going to orient them different ways so you can see that half of this design is mirror finished and half is pave. So you've got a little more interesting detail that makes it designer, and it's 1119543. And there's 3.5 carats of round amethyst here. They used to be, and this isn't bad at all, $14.99. Used to be the price tag on the amethyst, but now we've got a new price and it's much better. And it's really, I'm happy to see it because I know we don't see a lot of amethyst. So when we do, we like to make it as accessible as possible. We certainly like to bring only a certain quality and level of amethyst, and that's why we don't see a lot of it. Most amethyst is significantly lighter, and that's the case. It's always that light lilac material and still very beautiful. It's nice to see quality, though, out of Brazil that gives us this look where it's saturated. You actually want an amethyst to do a lot of what Tanzanite does, where it's not just purple, but it's actually going to be a little bit of blue and a little bit of red and then hot pink colors as well. That's what's happening in this earring. I know we've had a lot of earrings tonight. Some are still available. We had drops in Mandarin. We had studs of all different varieties. Now we're bringing you the large stud. This is that big oversized stud earring. You'll see them up against the ear. I mean, it's got to be oversized if you're getting almost a half carat in diamonds, which you're getting. We're going to make it better than even a $9.99 price tag, centered post butterfly backing. And yet an open basket, so you get a lot of light to that stone. And you can see right there, the reds, the blues, the purples. This is what good amethyst does. It doesn't just give you one flat color. Good amethyst, the best in the world, is going to give you that really amazing look. And then, of course, you can play with it. How you turn it. Do you want your diamonds right up top like I've done? Do you want them out to one side, which I think is tempting, and then have that mirror finish? You're going to go ahead and change the direction of the earring depending on how you want the design accentuated. So you see there's partly the mirror finish gold, partly the diamond. So you get to play with it, and how it's going to sit on the ear is really up to you. But that's where I'm putting the post right in my piercing, so you get an idea of how it's going to look when it's on, and it's going to be better than even $888. Or $777. Let's light up the lines with this one before we get to our Mandarin Garnet special of the evening. Back to the wheel we'll go, and I cannot wait to share it with you. I know it's probably going to stay here, but you know what? I love the idea that it's fun to play museum curator on TV. It's fun to be able to be at that level of jewelry and yet be able to put it up for sale for anybody who might be thinking about it. And if you want the earrings, $699 gets them to you instead. So a $14.99 earring comes down to just $699 instead for our best of the best amethyst, and it is right there for you. And it's a beauty, isn't it? And you see, I know for those of you going, they don't match. They do. They just are sitting at different directions. 3/4 of the way around, you're getting the pave. The rest is mirror finish. So the whole thing can twist or turn how you like it. So whether you want the diamonds on the inside, the outside, the bottom, the top, it doesn't matter. You get to play with it and make it a different look every time you put them on. And we know that that rich color goes with everything as well. So welcome to the show. Glad you're with us tonight. It's our last hour of Thursday. Won't be seeing you for a while. So this is where, again, we really can bring out some big, big joyous moments, like only the best Mandarin garnet we've ever brought to you on the air. It's a stone we specialize in. I realize not a lot of people have this, so we'll give you a little once over on what Mandarin garnet is as a collectible stone. But this is in the signature mounting, came out of an incredible, this is like a lot of you may put your jewelry in a jewelry box or a safety deposit box or a vault or a safe. This one has actually been stored in a bulletproof titanium encasement. It's really interesting. It's got this little satin and velvet little tuft or pillow that this stone loose was sitting in for about, 27 years, something like that. And we decided to bring it out because this is what we do. When you watch our show, it's not just about, hey, I'm looking at jewelry. Hey, I'm shopping for great fine jewelry. It's about jewelry with meaning, stories, history, importance, significance. That's what we do. Our stones that are selected for our pieces that are all made here in-house are not just randomly set up. A lot of these stones, like we just talked about with the Blue Wing Block D, has a story behind it, right? A history behind it. All courtesy of one of the biggest gem collector families of the universe, and we're talking about 6 generations strong. So this stone hasn't been around for 6 generations, it's been around for 1. It was born in the 90s, 1991. The very first discovery, did you hear it? 1991, not 1891, 1991. An 1800s discovery is considered young in the gem world. This was first discovered in 1991. Already today, gone completely, all of the material mined out from the world sources. This is important. So we're talking about a stone that's been in collection and ownership here hasn't been that long, but that's because the stone is so young. Keep that in mind. You've got a stone that's only been around for approximately 35 years. That's pretty striking, right? Pretty staggering when you think about it. This was one of the first stones that was ever mined out of Namibia. Our ownership happened to be there. Okay, so this is important because obviously stones don't usually have this history. And to be there at the beginning of a mining find, when there's a new discovery that, think about it, we knew about garnets. For those of you that are confused going, I thought garnets been around a while. Yeah, pyrope garnets have been around, even Russian demontoids, all these rare garnets, they've had a history. This is the newest of the garnet family that is also super exotic. And you can see the color from clear across the room. You see these neon oranges. This is where our ownership, again, a family collected these stones, and we only had a couple from the original find. This is the original few days of the mining, and it's been set aside ever since. And it's ironic because you think at the beginning, you always think, well, there's going to be more, so who knows how good it's going to be. This was so apparent that it was a rock star of a stone, that it was set aside, and sure enough, after years and years of mining, there really wasn't anything to top it in quality. It's because it's so clean. This is normally a very included stone, a truly like almost hazy look about it. Almost imagine as if you took the Mandarin you're about to see and covered it with some kind of like wax paper. That's what most mandarins look like. They're hazy, they're cloudy, they're murky, they got big old spots and inclusions that you can see with your naked eye. We're not showing you that. We're showing you one of the top stones that's ever been seen here. On top of that, it's also in a signature mounting. We've decided to not only set it in the gorgeous signature mounting, but release it on a very quiet Thursday night, where I'll tell you right now, every sense I have tells me just skip it. Promise it's coming out on Saturday or Sunday, do it a different day, tell you about it now, plan it for another future show. We're not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to fight fire with fire here, and we're going to make this a value so that somebody tonight, instead of just saying here it is and it's $50,000, let's make it affordable so somebody can try it. And for those of you that go, I don't know about a Mandarin garnet, you haven't seen a good one if you don't love it. If you don't love it, you haven't seen the best quality yet. That's what we're about to show you. So the history goes well back. Let's take a look at it. I might just give you a price that's going to just blow it out. Why not? I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest with you, because I've got a guideline of $49,999, but I know that's one quick way to just leave it here tonight. So it's 1122 4540. It's a 258 private collection Mandarin. One of the original mines. Here's what I want you to notice about this stone. It's orange, neon colors. It's got the dance of the bright yellows throughout, which is what we always say to look for if you know it's clean. There's something else happening with this stone, though, where it's actually, if you look closely, and let's come in closer if we can, there are red flashes coming from this stone. I know that's a term we use with Tanzanite a lot. There are red flashes coming from within this Mandarin garnet. Red flashes, and it's a carat 28 in diamonds around it. Ignore the $6,100 mounting. It really doesn't matter right now. What matters is that Mandarin. Specialty oval stone, great cutting, clean and bright. It actually says private collection. Guys, $49,999, I know that's not going to do it. And before you change the channel and say, don't tempt me, let's show you the inside and promise you a better value. White gold would be fine. Rose gold, I would say, not so much. Keep it with the white or the yellow. Choose one of those classics and you'll be happy. But it's not going to be $49,999. I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give it away. I just said something kind of important that I hope you caught. This is a $6,100 mounting right now. The way gold and diamonds are priced right now, the mounting by itself without the center stone is $6,100. It's one of the pricier mountings because of the heavy gold weight, the interior finishing, the diamonds every which way. It's a complex mounting. I am not going to ask $6,100. We can make this simple or we can make this difficult. We can make it last for 10 minutes or we can get it out in 5 seconds. I'm going to go the simple route. We're going to go quickly and we're just going to sell it. I'm going to test everyone. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find out what is really going to take, and let me tell you something, in this next 53 minutes that we have, we got to move a lot of jewelry. And it starts here. So instead of spending the time on an auction, instead of spending the time hemming and hawing about this is the mounting price, we should get something for the Mandarin. If it was $6,101, we'd be getting $1 for that Mandarin. I think that's fair. If somebody approached me in the business and said, you can have a 258 private collection Mandarin garnet mined from the early days of the Namibian mine and you can get it for $1, I would say yes, 100%. Then they say, how about set in a gorgeous mounting and the signature mounting and you get to pay $6,100 plus $1. I would say yes. But I know that's not going to do it tonight. So here's what I'm going to do instead, and this is where I'm going to really, truly, as usual, encourage you to dial in because I don't want this opportunity to pass you by just because you're 2 seconds too late on the phones. It's unacceptable to me. You have a chance to put yourself at the front of the line when you shop here, and it's as simple as dialing that number before I get crazy because 6101 is crazy. I'm not going to ask that because I know it's going to stay here. I can't have it stay here. We got to move this and about 300 other items in 51 minutes. We can do this, but it's going to require a lot of discounting on my part, and it's going to require some early phone calls on your part. And it's not going to be $6,000 or $5,000 or $4,000 or $39.99. I'm giving it away. I'm giving it away right now. I'm giving it away. It is your chance to pick it up. It's already $2,000, $2,100, less than the mounting price by itself. That to me is staggering. If you want to have that mounting requires, usually it's about an 8 by 10. So I'll tell you what, if you have an 8 by 10 stone sitting at home that you've been waiting to set, get this for the mounting and toss the Mandarin out the window if you want to. Now, obviously I'd rather see it go to on loan to a museum in your neighborhood first, but that's the point. This is so good for the mounting, you can ignore. You can just completely disregard the Mandarin right now. And that's not what I want you to do because that's more important than the diamonds and the gold it's set in. But it's not $39.99. I'm blowing it out right now. First caller gets it. 35, you know what, skip 35. Let's go lower because I have nobody on the phone lines. This is a wide open game right now. You can easily come in and take this. But the Mandarin is the best we've had. And I know there have been rounds. I can remember a really good round that was here recently, but it was much smaller. It was only about a carat. So this is different because it's that size as well as delivering the powerful color and the brilliance and the clarity and that red flash. And it's not going to be $3,500. Let's really, truly blow this out. It's $2,999 first caller situation. Right here, right now, on a $6,100 mounting by itself. And you get the Mandarin not for free, better than free, because we've taken $3,100 off the mounting price and we're giving it away for $29.99 first caller. That's it. First opportunity, that will be it. One caller takes it, good luck. It is so incredible, and we have 50 minutes, that's it. So I clearly have to do some wild things here, and that's why I skipped the auction. I said, who cares? I can't do $8,500 to open. I got to just give it away. I'll tell you what. Tim, are you thinking about this one? Okay, we have 2 people thinking about it. Skip it. Let's not do 29. I'm going to go even lower. I can't even afford to have people thinking about it. We have so much jewelry to get to and so much we have to move in the next 50 minutes. If we want to keep the lights on, I got to go even lower. If you haven't dialed, you can come in right now. You can dial in right now and just say sold. I'm going lower. That's the key. That's the key. I'm about to take this lower. Just let me know. You can yell it out if you've got it sold already. Just yell it out. It's first caller to say sold, but I'll still lower this price tag. And if you haven't dialed in, do it now. And you can always hang up. But what you can't do is get the ring after somebody else already says it's mine. That's the big problem here. And it's not going to be $29.99, $28.88. $27.77. I'm selling this ring. It's the last thing I do, and guess what? At this price, it might be. It might be the last piece I ever show on TV. It might be, because that's how low I am. And I am doing things that should never be done. You know it and I know it. I don't need to tell you these are values. You see the value. But the point is, I got to do this 100 times over if we're going to get the show going here. So instead of 20, Tim, do you want it? Andy, Jess, Wayne, anybody want this one? Not yet. It's still here. At $27.77, it's still here. Okay. Call me now. Somebody's got to take it. And you know I'm losing my mind up here. To get a piece like this $6,100 mounting by itself, $6,100 by itself. The Mandarin is free. You're getting a major discount, like $3,400 off the mounting price. And it's not $27, $26.99, $25.99. I want to move it so badly. White gold or yellow gold or rose gold, you choose. Choose your size. Get whatever size if you don't know your ring size, guess. Guess, give us your best guess. If you get it wrong, you can always send it back to us and we'll size it again for you, whatever you need. I just need to move it. And the fact it's still here at 25, I can't even look at this price anymore. I got to burn this bag. I can't even see it. This is crazy. I just want someone to have it. And if $25.99 has not done it yet, it hasn't, let's blow it out right now. Take a look at the ring. I'm going to get you a better deal. We're going to make it $2,499. And it should go. I pray to the jewelry gods above. That has to go at $24.99. Let me know if anybody has it. Because when it's gone, bye-bye, it's gone. Jess, Wayne, anybody else thinking about this one? Let me know. Tony, how about 60 seconds? How about 60 seconds? $60 seconds and a moment of silence for my poor career. I don't know what's happened, but here we are. Here we are. It's come to this. 38 seconds. Yes. Sure. Did I not try it on? Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Fully finished under gallery. It always is. Signature mounting. I've been selling it for 22 years. It's always popular. Get your true ring size. It's just too big on me. That's okay. We're going to size it whatever size you need. Wayne, were you thinking about this one? Anybody get it? 11 seconds left. That is, yeah. I'm just personally held responsible for this value. And I can't say that I'm proud of what I just did. But I will be thrilled when I hear that someone got it. If it's sold, I will be proud. I will accept thank you notes, a thank you email. It's really a good value, really good. So let's move on. I'm going to show you a Tahitian pearl. I've got emeralds, so if you want the big emeralds, yes. Yes, I do know the difference. Actually, I do. Let me just go in my Rolodex of GIA information. Yes, a spessartite. Is that the question? Yeah, good question. Spessartite garnets are the umbrella family to Mandarin. A Mandarin is a spessartite, except a Mandarin garnet, spessartites, by the way, to describe them to you, it's more of like a cinnamon red brown. So it's a different color completely, but a spessartite garnet is actually one where it has manganese. And when you get a spessartine garnet or a spessartite garnet, they're interchangeable, that does not have manganese, it actually is, they've tested these, to realize that the Mandarin garnet is actually a spessartite without manganese. And when there is the lack of or the void of manganese, it has this bright pop of neon orange as opposed to a brownish red. So that's the difference. They're related. It's a great question. They're closely related, but a Mandarin is a specific type within that umbrella of the family, because there are different species of garnets, there are different types of garnets, right? And there are a lot of different colors. We know that. $24.99 gets you a 258 private collection stone with a carat 28, where I kid you not, it's a $6,100 mounting on its own because it's got a carat 28 in diamonds loaded in gold. And that's what I think we were all waiting for. I did something very unorthodox. When I came on the air at 7 o'clock, I didn't just go right into selling. I said, here's what's coming up. I said, here's what's for sale today, later. And I gave you a preview of this very ring because I was just so proud to have something like this to share with you tonight. And now it's here at that price, which $49,999 should have been. Okay, so let's keep moving. We've got turquoise earrings, and I really want to show you a Tahitian pearl because I was looking at this pearl and knowing that a couple of things that we're going to talk about here is the fact that this is normally a silvery light gray. Tahitian pearls in general, which are black pearls, at least they're supposed to be. Usually the quality is such that they're more of a silvery gray tone. The case here is that you've got what is called the ideal of Tahitian pearls, and that comes down to the types of colors you get. It's a deeper color pearl that is still natural, made in a mollusk. It's an organic gem because a living organism was responsible for creating it. And it's 1124544 that we have here for you. And please, yes, somebody let me know if The Mandarin went, and who got it? But look how beautiful this Tahitian pearl is. Stunning, isn't it? And its millimeter size is 11 millimeters, so it's a nice size there. 56 points in diamonds that actually do this cool wraparound effect. So they start on one side. See how they almost turn and curl over the band a little bit, like a little arc? And then they're going to wrap around and create a halo around the pearl, but the pearl is still seated and truly, literally seated in this mounting, which has a few little heart shapes underneath. They're like the little four heart shapes there at the base. And then you've got the diamonds that flow around it. But what I mostly want you to look at here is the specific color of this pearl, because it's not a gray or not a silver tone. It's got a deep color that's then showing what we call aubergine, where it's got purples and maroons, burgundies, a little bit of green and blue to it, like a peacock feather. And you know how there's a lot of colors in the peacock feather, right? And they go from one to another and they're almost iridescent. That's what this should look like. Think of it like a black pearl with a beautiful kind of sheen of multiple rainbow colors on top of it. That's what a good pearl looks like. And that's why I'm so proud of 4544, which is our 11 millimeter with the 56 points in the diamonds, and a great value headed your way on this one. A great value. A let's move it quickly value. A serious white, yellow, rose gold. You choose your gold value. You get your size. You get it shipped to your door for free. All that is value built in over and over and over again. And now we're taking the pearl. Watch this go. Very, very, very first color. Let's go. $29.99. It's amazing. I'm going to take it lower than that. Watch this on the hand because it's a big pearl. I need you to see the size. How does 11 millimeters translate when it's on the hand? Well, here you go. And there you see, when you're straight looking onto that straight up, you see that little wraparound design of the diamonds. Very interesting detail there. Could have just left it with a classic halo instead. Diamonds continue and wrap over at that curve on the band. So it's really beautifully done. Just a nice detail there. And this Tahitian pearl, white, yellow, rose gold, forget $29.99. Forget $1,500. We're going to make this easy, and this is the best quality. There is a specific designer that does nothing but exotic pearls. And just FYI, I looked it up earlier. They sell a solitaire in an 11 millimeter Tahitian black pearl. And do you know what they get for that Tahitian black pearl solitaire, meaning no diamonds with it? In solid 14 karat gold. They have one in their store. It's just a pearl, no diamonds. It's 11 millimeters. The size is the same. I can't speak to the color because I was looking at a photograph of it. And photographs are so highly edited on websites, you can never really trust a photograph, right? I like seeing the pieces live, right? Because then you know what it's looking like. You see it move. You watch the diamond sparkle. You see the quality because you're watching it live. Photographs, I mean, in today's day and age, right? You can't believe anything you're looking at because no photograph is real, right? Every photograph out there, whether it's a person or a piece of jewelry, it's usually highly edited and it's manipulated. So you have no idea what you're actually getting. We can't do that on live TV. Live TV is live TV. This piece is spinning right here in front of us. So that's what it looks like. That's the color you get. That's the saturation level you've got. And it's not $14.99 either. Taking it crazy low. Right now, first caller can have it for $9.99. Sending it out. Let's make the Tahitian pearl deal happen. And it's for one caller only tonight. So let's see who's got that one. I like it in the white gold, but yellow gold would be really pretty as well because you have all those different tones, that almost purpley, blue, green, almost burgundy color. It's very special. We do call it the aubergine. The aubergine Tahitian pearl. It's not just a silver, gray, or black. It's really got that tonal effect from a beautiful luster like this has. And just a reminder, we did have the Wall of Diamonds gents or ladies unisex ring here earlier. Such a beautiful way to get a lot of diamonds for a small price. We did have that. We still have a couple available on that one too if you would like to grab one before they're gone. Major gold weight, carat 43, and diamond weight as well. That's the Wall of Diamonds gents or ladies ring. We've had a lot of ladies pick that up over the years. It's $14.99 for that ring. Finished on the inside, major diamonds, love that. Who wants a big aqua? We've got a tremendous aquamarine here as well. It's a big pear shape. Yes. Oh, hi, Jackie in Illinois. How is everything going with Jackie? I hope you have a big weekend on tap, Jackie, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. Was she shopping? Awesome. Thank you so much. Hi, Jackie. Thank you. We have turquoise earrings, by the way, that are drop earrings as well. We'll see those before we go. Anything else we can show you, let me know. We'll take requests for the next 40 minutes. Actually, not even that many. 37 and a half minutes is all we have. So it's a last call on the show already. Nobody's got our Artesian Pearl yet, so that's still here. My goodness, what a special piece that is. I have the huge aqua. Yes. Hi, Marilyn. Washington State, huh? I love it. Thank you so much. Hi, Marilyn. Welcome to our show. Thank you so much. And shall we show the big aqua? Let's show it. We got a tremendous aquamarine here in a pear shape for you. It's the one I just flashed. It's got a new reduced price, and look at that go. Had a very, very similar looking gold quartz just yesterday. Well, this is where we're bringing out the 597 Sierra Santa Maria Aqua. Pearl is still here, by the way. Great Tahitian Pearl deal. It's the one to get. And then here we go with, and I've still got turquoise earring drops. They're quite a large style. We do have the Wall of Diamonds, gents or ladies ring. That's also here. If you need another look at it, let me know. But here we go with 1122975. This would be the 597 with a carat 50 in white diamonds to go along with it. Such a spectacular mounting. It's exactly a carat and a half. It's got a great finished under gallery through the inside right there. It is some of the most saturated aqua you can ever find. Is right there for you. And look at that, almost like pool of blue there. So unusual to see that color of the stone reflected in the wheel itself. That rarely happens. And we have it right there. So a beauty, and it's going to be super easy and affordable. This one's down to, oh gosh, this was $79.99. Just to give you an idea of how much you're saving here tonight. Extra special discount coming your way when $79.99. It will not be. Major value. One caller gets it. Let's take a look at it on the hand. It is a stunner. Here's what it looks like. That's huge. Let's reverse it too. Just in case you want to wear it the other way, go ahead. You can put it on like so. Have it pointing away from the hand. It's anybody else think that looks bigger than 6 carats? Because I know it does. It looks so much larger than a 6 carat stone typically does. So you've got that special look, and we're going to blow it out right now. The very first caller can have it. Just make it $34.99. One only. Another great deal on the mounting by itself. The aqua, we don't even need to worry about it. You ain't paying for that at all. It's about that mounting. That carat and a half diamond mounting needs to be a lot more than $34.99. You know it and I know it. You get $25,000 a carat out there for VS diamonds like this. We don't. And I know we have a different standard that we adhere to. And I know you're very demanding of us as we're very demanding of ourselves. But this is just still, we cannot forget what an important value that is when you're getting a carat and a half in white diamonds that look like that are VS, that are all pave on the sides, and then the really, really big stones around the halo. And then all that set around one of the most tremendous aquamarines we've ever had, both color and size-wise. There's a very special discount on a Tanzanite here if you're looking for it paired up with yellow sapphires. A unique combination, that's for sure. If you like aquas plain with no diamonds, I actually have a pendant that's Sierra Santa Maria here tonight as well. And this one's a good one. Take a look at that. That's our same color there, but in a 231 aquamarine. This is such a classic too. You think about the aquas of the world, and we all love a great quality. Take a look at that stone. That aqua is 231 in size, no diamonds at all. Just a great classic pendant setting. And it's going to be 1123291. Big aqua ring is still here. Let me know if you'd like it. Got to move very quickly. Don't have a lot of time. We have 34 minutes left in the show. Requests, I hope you'll give us those before we go so we can find that perfect piece. And one more thing I just remembered. We had a caller earlier who wanted to see a Mandarin garnet. I hope he's still with us, because I said I would do it after the Mandarin, and I got so kind of sidetracked with the Mandarin deal. I know he was looking for a slightly smaller stone. Here it is. This is going to be the 151. So we'll go back to the aqua pendant, but I wanted to get this one in. 1124200 is the Mandarin, carat 51. That is actually believe it or not, that's actually, they're calling that a round. It looks a little bit more like a cushion shape, but this is all has to do with the setting. The setting is 14K. It still has diamonds that go side to side there along the sides of the band, but also around that stone. Great classic setting here. This is not overdone. It's 27 points in diamonds, but it's a quick one of a kind. Wanted to blow it out, do a little discount here. So think about it. For as much value as we had on the big 258, not everybody necessarily has got a $2,500 budget. Here tonight doesn't mean you can't get a great Mandarin garnet. We've got one right here, right now. That happens to be a carat 51 for a lot better than, and just to really to solidify the value we did earlier, this ring is supposed to be $29.99. Obviously, that's not going to work tonight when I ended up bringing that $258 down to where I did. So the beauty of this is you're not even going to spend $29.99, which is where it should be. And this is your last call on the show. 32 minutes left. Again, very, very important time to pick up this great Mandarin. Anything else you'd like to request, bring out. If there's something from the last 2.5 hours you want to see again, by all means, let me know. But this one's got to go. And so it's our only carat 51 we have. It's around, but it has almost an internal faceting like a cushion would. And the way it's set in this more squared off halo tends to make it or help it look like a cushion cut square. You're not even paying $1,500 for it. This just has to kind of fall in line with what we've been doing for discounts tonight. I know a lot of you thought, I'd love a great Mandarin, want a big size. Here it is. It's still happening here. All the rarity is packed into this stone as well, but just with a smaller price tag, so we can open up the doors to Mandarin garnet to one and all. And this is just going to be that one only, and it's not $15, $14.99, or $13.99. So a much better value coming your way right now. It is $1,299 instead. Right after this, we'll return back to that aqua pendant for you as well. I just had that recollection that, I was supposed to show the carat 51 after the Mandarin. So here it is, and let's try it on for you as well. It's got a nice substantial deal of the gold. I do want to show you there's a couple of different rows of pave in the basket as well. So you've got that. You'll see it better on the hand here, that there's actually diamond weight that leads through the center of the basket through the profile view. So that means when you're looking at it from the side profile as you are now, there are diamonds that run right through the center from the top to the bottom of that basket. And that happens on two sides, one here and one over here. So there are diamonds that essentially elevate with that basket to set that stone a little higher. This one's $12.99. I don't think we're going anywhere till that goes, because that's something that I think is going to really provide an opportunity to anybody who may have either missed out on the $258 or maybe that was still a little bit out of the budget. Here's the way you get a still superstar Mandarin, carat and a half plus in size, great diamonds around it, and the whole thing is $12.99. It's an amazing value when you consider there's a lot of heavy gold weight here to it as well. There's a thickness to the shank that you don't always see. And just to show you from a distance here, there's a really good thickness there that I'll show you up close as well. So $12.99, we'll give it a quick 30 seconds, then we got to go. But see what I mean? That is not any small weight of gold. It's not just a little flimsy mounting. So don't take the solitaire style as any indicator that that's a flimsy, lightweight, not there mounting. It's got plenty of weight to it and looks great, and just a beautiful way to set that stone. And that's another bright, clean stone there too. $12.99. Then we'll get to our aqua pendant, and anything else you'd like to see, it's go time. We are in the last half hour. So it is time to let us know what we can recap, what we can show you. We've got that big discount on the turquoise drop earrings, which we'll show you. Hey, just a good reminder here, since we're talking Mandarins, I think we have one pair left on the Mandarin garnet earrings as well, which if you join us a little bit later, it's been a Mandarin themed night. We had 3 pieces in total. This is the ring that is now available. And then we had the earrings as well, if you want to see how that's going to look in the yellow gold, because that ring actually can be switched. But this is the earring we had earlier, a big pear shape in that center. It's going to be right at the base center of this lever back style drop earring. And just a reminder, since I just checked, I didn't think we had any left. It looks like we do have a pair left. And this drop earring with the Mandarin garnet pear shapes, which, let me zoom back, because this was one of those all-time best loss leader values on a really good Mandarin. I mean, it's just, tonight's kind of the night where if there was ever anybody who was thinking about adding Mandarin to their collections, both for the earrings or the rings, this is the night to do it because of these big discounts and markdowns. This one's going to be the 1 carat plus the 8 points in diamonds, but a significant amount of gold. Not heavy weight to the earring. We don't want it to be too heavy on the ears. We just want you to have that great movement and that look, that luxury of still bright, clean Mandarins. I mean, they're up against the best of the best tonight in rings. So we couldn't have some shoddy Mandarins here. We had to bring the best and the brightest and that bold color. You're getting it all right now. But it's also only $599 for the pair. So I thought, let's bring those back out because we might as well go for the final sellout here on the Mandarin drops. And that will be it. I've got to try one on for you. If you missed the presentation earlier, they're an 1 5/8 top to bottom, which I'll show you here. 1 5/8 in their length. Take a look at that. So you're going to see them even better on the ear, which gives you an even better, I think, look at what to expect when they're on your ears at home. But $5.99. And I'm not ready yet. Give me just 1 second to pop that lever back open, pop it on, close it up to make it secure, and then boom, now you can look at them on. So they're just really, they're striking, and they're definitely giving you, again, I'll put a little background behind it. They've got that great length to them, that beautiful shape, which I love where the shape flares out. Where it hits on the ear is just right. You want an earring ideally, and this is part of just the aesthetics of jewelry and how they look best and most flattering on, is when you have an earring that's going to just go right below that jawbone there, and then they flare out. That's such a great look. Sometimes when the width is happening right here, it just kind of widens the facial features. You want it to give you that elongation effect. You want that little bit of that drop. That's why this design, the way it narrows and then expands, that's why that's such a luxury look. Let's take a look at them up close again. $5.99 for the pair, that's it. Just one pair left, so it won't be here long. I don't think so. I think that there's, chances are there's somebody who may have missed the presentation earlier and just wants to add a really big Mandarin garnet discount to their wardrobe, and that's it right there. Value could not be better on that Mandarin garnet earring with the perfect match of the pear shapes. 1 carat is the minimum carat weight you're getting, so at least a ½ carat in each ear. Lots of gold and diamonds to boot. Yes? Are you talking about the earring with the ring? Yeah. So to see if the colors match? Yeah. So this is a really great question. You guys know that we have that ideal piece that's gone, right? The ideal piece, let's make sure the colors look the same, because if you're thinking for $5.99, is that color going to be the same as what we saw? Yes, it is. Look at that match. So different cuts, obviously, but this is important. I know this ring is gone, but this is where you're seeing the colors match. So if you think for $5.99 you're getting some inferior Mandarin garnet product, you're not. There's the proof right there. And to that end, I think we still have the carat 51 in the round cushion, the round that looks like a cushion. I'll show that to you, and let's see how those match together. Because there's the ring we just had. Now, obviously different gold colors, but you can change whatever you want to do there. You can change the ring to yellow. You can change the earrings to white gold. That's up to you. But there's the match in that Mandarin carat 51, which is still here for $12.99. So you have a choice here. Earrings last pair, the ring that I'm holding is still here. So you've got, that's everything we've seen in Mandarin tonight. Yes, it is. Yes, it sure is. True to size, yep. The earrings, of course, no sizing needed on the earrings. Look at that collection. I mean, we have the opportunity to get a set and a suite that could not be better. So there we go. Let's go back to the aqua now. The aqua pendant, I promised that we'd bring that out for you. And that's going to be 1123291. The best aqua in the world is Sierra Santa Maria out of Brazil. It's also mined out. So this is a tricky one to find anywhere else right now. Typically, you got to go to an auction house, and that's not something you can just show up, right? You need an invite, you need credit checks, you need to be all kinds of, there's a lot of hoop jumping to be invited to those high-end, highfalutin auctions. So here we go with a Sierra Santa Maria Aqua, and let me know if you have any questions. The carat 51, I think, is still here. It sounds like we have that last pair of earrings still here as well for the time being, but here's our 2 carat 31 Sierra Santa Maria Oval Classic Pendant. That split bail, you get a choice of gold color as well. It's classic, it's no diamonds, right? It's just your everyday, pop it on, maybe a diamonds by the yard is how you dress it up. Think about it, most of you own a diamonds by the yard. So if you feel like, I need diamonds, well, your chain could provide the diamonds, and then you add this to it. It's a beautiful color because it's that sky blue of Sierra Santa Maria that we want to see. It looks incredible because, well, it is. Aquas, you no longer need to settle. When you're shopping with us, you no longer need to settle for colorless blue beryl. Shouldn't blue beryl be blue after all, right? It's part of the beryl family. We got pink beryls in morganite, green beryls in emerald. We want our blue beryls to actually look blue. Very few aquamarines out there exhibit any of that true blue color. This almost looks like a blue diamond shimmering in the light, doesn't it? And we have it available in white, yellow, rose. I'm going to try it on for you because even, yes, from a distance, actually, I'm in a more true to real life light here. And do you see how much darker that looks now? I contend that our lights up close really wash it out. Don't they? You just saw it. Look how much richer and darker it is here, standing in lesser light, as opposed to when it was right there in front of the bright, hot lights trained upon it. It washed it out in the lights. Now you're seeing more true to life colors. So all those blues you're seeing get even better when you see it in person, when you see it in real life on your neckline. It's amazing. And this huge stone, because 231 is a big size in the aqua world, and we're making this super affordable. Do you want to wear it higher or lower? That's up to you and the chain you put it on. Let's go back up close and give it away. Let's make this a superstar value right now. And it's for the aqua, classic setting. This means great gifting opportunity as well, because you never need to worry about her own style. This is something anybody of any style can wear, of any age can wear. It's a $28.88 piece. That's what happens with the big Sierra Santa Marias. They get pricey fast. We're going to help you right now. It's not $2,000, it's not $19.99, and it's white, yellow, rose. You really are customizing it, but obviously we're big fans of the aquas and the white gold, so I don't think you need to change a darn thing. I say take it as is and get ready to be wowed when you open that box. I'll make it $999, and that will be it for our Sierra Santa Maria 231. Isn't it impressive? And anything, guys, we can recap from the first parts of the show. Let me know if there's anything you want to see again. Anything we can pop in there for another look. We'd love to do that tonight. What could we show you? There's even a cat's eye indicolite that we've got a superstar value. I'd never seen this piece till tonight, so I'm kind of excited about that. Should pop that in for a look. Got some star stones, some beautiful, phenomenal gems. We got some cool pieces here. So let me know what you'd like to see, if anything in particular. And the Chameleon diamond. Uh-oh. So I'm discounting, right? Everything I have. Do you think I should be putting up the rarest, most exotic, natural, fancy colored diamond in the world? Absolutely. Let's move this. It is a unbelievable 60-point round, color changing, fancy. It will say that on your cert. This is not a diamond. It's not one color of diamond. It's separate colors of diamonds that change from one to another depending on the temperature. 1124133. GIA certified, as every Chameleon diamond we have is. It actually, that word fancy is on your certificate. It's, tell you the truth, it's two colors in one, really. Actually, they're going to name three colors. Let's show it to you. Here's the cert that comes with your 60-point stone from the GIA. Grading report number, round brilliant, that's rare. It's a 5.5 millimeter nearly in the round, 5.4 actually. So it's a 60-pointer, that's nearly 2/3 of a carat. Fancy, that word right there is so important. Light grayish, yellowish green. Multiple colors in one, all natural color, VS2 clarity, yes. No way. From where? Oh, that is so wonderful. Is she shopping for her birthday tonight? Kathy, first of all, can I just say this? I had to leave that cert there because I just want to say a very special happy birthday shout out to Kathy in Tennessee. Thank you so much. It's her birthday today. So how wonderful that she's spending a little bit of her important day right here with us. Thank you, Kathy, and wishing you many, many, many happy, healthy, prosperous years ahead. So enjoy your pieces. I'm not sure if she got one or two, but thank you so much. It means a lot when you guys spend those special days, like this Saturday or this Sunday's Father's Day. So we look forward to seeing you, and you know, it's always nice when we get to spend those special days together. So Kathy, happy birthday to you. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Take a look at this. Here's our cert again. So I just wanted to show you, this is a VS quality, which is rare. Here's your chart as far as the color is up here, but the clarity grading, well, that's basically, they've mapped out what very little inclusions there are, front and back. Of course, VS, you're in that category there. And of course, this is the comments, is what's going to tell you about this color changing phenomenal diamond. It's very rare. It's one thing to have a diamond have multiple colors to it. Well, that's kind of rare too, but then you've got a stone that changes color. They don't even know. The experts, the gemologists of the world, nobody quite understands fully how or why they do what they do, but it's item number 1124133. So we're going to talk about the 60-pointer with the VS2 quality grading, and then you've got the 72 points in the diamonds around it. It's out here because it's a tremendous discount. I'm not going to put up the $70,000 and $80,000 rings tonight unless there's a really big markdown opportunity. And this, well, you know what, I'm going to take what I think is obvious, where there's going to be an obvious markdown. This is one of the signature styles that, you know, telling you it's classic, to get a 60 pointer that actually has that label, as all the Chameleons do. They're labeled as fancy because not just the colors they're giving you, but the way that they're able to adopt or adapt really to the temperature. I know Chameleon almost indicates that it's matching its environment. Well, it's not like that. It's not that simple. It's actually even a little bit more fascinating because it's changing and adapting based on the temp. So at room temperature, this particular stone is giving you almost like a golden green. It would change to a more vivid tone of a gorgeous kind of golden yellow intensity when it's heated. So heating means like putting in, I don't ask you to put this in the oven. We're not talking about cooking the thing. We're talking about like placing it in a hot car on a summer day. We know there's a heat wave going around for so much of the country, right? It's already 90 degrees out here on the daily. And so think about, you know, if you were to put that in the console of your car for an hour while it sits in the garage and bake it for a little bit, right? In that sense, and then pull out your stone, it's going to look a different color than what it does at room temp, which is kind of amazing, right? So that's how they actually change color. And you've got a huge value right now where it's not even $13,999 any longer, which is actually, here's the, there's the ring, there's the information. That says 14 grand. I'm making it a better value. And it's under $10,000 tonight. And it's so rare, as always with rounds, especially the fancy colors, it's rare to get a round because that's the wasteful cut. So you don't see a lot of rounds in our pinks or our yellows or our greens or our oranges. Now you're getting the highest end of fancy diamonds. Color changing Chameleon, and it's still cut to the round. And it's also not even $9,999 either. And that's got, listen, you would never see that kind of sparkle and brilliance from it if it weren't a VS stone. You can tell it is because you're seeing these beautiful fireworks of color and light from all the way through it. And it's not 99 or 89 or 79. I'm here to discount it down so that it goes. And how do we do that? Really simple, really easy. First caller can have it for $4,999. It's one of the bigger Chameleons that is here overall. And you've got a great way to pick it up. You're still going to choose your gold color as well. So you get the choice of, do you want that in the yellow as is? Maybe you want to give it a, I would personally, I don't mean to make more work for our jewelers, but I would personally do that in white gold because there's going to be even more contrast with the color of the stone. The stone's a little bit tonal right now in the yellow gold. I think to see a little bit more of the contrast, you might want to think about going with the white gold, and you can do it that way. Just a reminder, we still have a sapphire ruby combination from earlier. I'm going to recap that. Still have our smile necklaces, our wall of diamonds gents ring. There's a lot of great jewelry still here. And so here's our last look at the Chameleon, $49.99 as I try it on. It's a great way for a collector to go ahead and spend very little to get what is truly, I don't know if there's any stone I would put above it as far as a rarity grading. I just don't think there's going to be anything that you find in this world of natural gems that gets a higher rarity than that. It is just tremendous. So to 60 pointer for $49.99 is pretty impressive. Let's go to our wheel, show you just a recap from earlier. This is my beautiful way. I started the show with this one. I know some of you probably weren't with us 2 hours and 45 minutes ago. Tell you what, here's a little recap on one of, I think, the strongest values. Otherwise, I wouldn't have started the show with it. It's 112-4306, and it's a yellow sapphire ruby combination with diamonds, big diamonds. The sapphire, oh, by the way, it's all set in platinum. Your yellow sapphire is vivid and bright. It's a carat 29. Then you get the rubies at quarter carat total weight and diamond weight at 39 points. Well, there's one. And it's got one of those remarkable values right here. End of the show, though. So what else can we show you in 14 minutes of airtime? That's what we're waiting to hear. We're still verifying on the Chameleon right now, so it doesn't look like that one's long for the world. Call us quickly. Let's get this one home at $1,299 only and stays in platinum. For that kind of price tag, another miracle of corundum this time around, because the sapphires and the ruby all belong to the same family. So they're all in one. I know they're vastly different colors, but they all belong to that overall corundum family. Keep that in mind. We've got turquoise drop earrings. It's been an earring kind of night. We've had the Mandarins. We had a stud assortment. We had big amethyst. We've had a lot of earrings in this show. Well, I'm going to bring out the big turquoise drops only because a lot of you fell in love with these when they first came out. The problem was they were a lot more than you're used to spending for turquoise. Now I'll explain why. There was a good reason behind their price tag. Let's show it to you. Call me on that one. Let's take a look at this turquoise drop earring. We've seen our drops. We had mandarins. Here are the turquoise. Going to be a little bit of a finesse here to see if they'll sit up all right by themselves, but there's 2 tones of gold. Now, I do want to just put this out there. If you only want all yellow, all white, or all rose, please just make that explicitly known to your operator. We can do that. There was just something special we thought about adding the yellow gold setting and then giving it the white gold the rest of the way for the diamonds. The ad number is 111534. I've been waiting to show these to you, and I thought it was really nice for a little grand finale. The other one I'm going to have on the ear here in just a moment, but you're getting 462 of turquoise in ovals that also have a very lavish color. Very bright, very saturated, but also something we don't always see is 36 points in diamonds. Drop style, 1.5 inches in length here is what they look like on. I am such a proponent of turquoise because they go with absolutely everything. And you can see here how bright and strong that color is. Yes? You got it. Sandra will show it. We will. She's been scouting one for a while. She's always on me to show those yellow diamonds at the end of the show. I know, Sandra, forgive me. It's one of those nights where I probably shouldn't bring out a $25,000 yellow diamond, but I will. Take a look at this. There's the turquoise earring. Let's go ahead and take another look close up. And you know what we'll do? Super value, you remember these? At $28.88. That was the problem. Not a lot of people spend $3,000 on earrings here, and I totally get it. I wouldn't either. That's why I put together a new price tag for the end of our show tonight. You get a better value right now. It's not $28.88. Here's the other one, just so you see I'm not hiding anything. There's a perfect match there. And again, 2-tone as it is. Do want to show you the rear of the earring because you actually got the solid finished, kind of like a medallion look in the back. So your turquoise is actually not just prong set, but they decided to really give it, instead of seeing the open work from the back, they wanted to completely finish the back with the yellow gold and then add that white gold around it. Again, you can choose all white, all yellow, all rose, but if you say as is, you're going to get 2 different tones of gold like you see here. And they're not going to be $2,000, $1,500, or $1,000. It's one of our big grand finale deals of the day. I'll make it $9.99 for the pair, and then we gotta go because now we gotta show the big yellow diamond, the carat 30. Big time, yellow diamond, oval, it's coming up. We'll show it to you for our final few minutes here that we have got with you tonight. But also, there's a lot of jewelry that's here still. So if there's something you're still thinking about from the last 2 hours and 50 minutes, give us a quick call. We can show it to you if it's here. Let's put it back on the wheel, give you the description, answer any questions you have, and more importantly, get all these pieces out the door because you never want to wait till the following day because they will be gone. So here's our turquoise drop earring, $9.99 for the pair. Set up in the 2-tone gold right now or change it if you wish. No extra charge to switch it up on that gold color or colors. So that's the way to do it. Now let's bring out our big yellow diamond. We'll give these 60 seconds only. The carat 30, I talked about this near the beginning of the show, that usually it's just a carat or a carat and a half. Those are the 2 categories we usually have yellow diamonds in. Tonight is a difference maker because we have a carat 30, so you get a bigger look without having to pay a lot more money. So it's a beautiful thing. 45 seconds. Last call. Wayne, are you taking the sapphire ruby combination or the turquoise? Turquoise? Verifying on the turquoise. All right, so 30 seconds left. We'll see if he's got him. Sounds like they may be going. And then here it comes. New tonight, carat 30 yellow diamond, bridge mounting. Item number is 1124551. We got 20 more seconds to see who's got those turquoise. Look at that. Perfect color. And do you see how they're a lot more saturated than some turquoises? They're more of a true blue instead of an aqua blue. Sometimes, and I know that's, we're getting a little bit, specific here, but they're a really bright, saturated blue. I'm not talking like a sapphire blue. Turquoise doesn't really get there. But we're talking about, instead of a lighter like Tiffany blue or robin's egg blue, it's got a little bit more of a sky blue color to it. So it just makes the stones pop a little bit more. They're a little bit brighter. They're a little more saturated. When you're getting 2 1/3 carats in each earring, they definitely give you the visual wow. So let's get to our yellow diamond, verifying on those earrings. Here we go. It's the rare. Oh my goodness, this is gonna go. Carat 30 via stone. We never see stones that fall into this size. Never. It's always a 1 or a carat and a half. And the carat and a halves get really pricey, like $10,000. And then the 1 carats are a little more affordable, but they don't always give you the look you're looking for. This is a carat 30. VS oval. Ovals always, by the way, look bigger than their counterparts that are cushions, so keep that in mind. And we have 25 points of additional yellow diamonds, so your total yellow diamond weight is 155. But then you're getting the 90 additional points of the white diamonds that are VS and two-tone gold and stays as is. And by goodness, let me know if there's anything else you want to see, because we've got about 6.5 minutes left in our entire broadcast. Not a lot of time to move a lot of jewelry, so let me know if there's anything you need to see again, because we only have those 6 minutes to play with. But here's the yellow diamond discount you've been waiting a lifetime for. Let me show it first on the hand, because I know it's supposed to be $25,000 and I'll skip it. The color, by the way, same color on the center stone as there are on the outside stones. The round brilliants are very bright. They're very vivid. So to have a perfect match, which by the way, only makes your eye see that center as the dimension of the diamond with the halo. Do you see what I'm saying? If it was just a yellow, people ask me this all the time, why put the yellow diamonds around the yellow diamond? A big part of that is to make that yellow diamond carat 30 look even bigger, because the eye looks at the overall perimeter of where you see yellow instead of just the yellow diamond. Which, by the way, the yellow diamond stops here. Your perimeter adds that. So it makes your 130 look like about a 5 or 6 carat, because you're adding that halo of rounds. I don't know about you, but I can't afford a 5 or 6 carat yellow diamond right now, because they're really pricey. Millions and millions of dollars. So here's the thing. I can bring you what is still a big stone with that halo in the match. That would never give that illusion if they didn't match in color. This does. And I'm not asking $25,000 because we're crunched for time here and I have literally 6 minutes. I cannot do this for $25,000 or the absolute super duper rock bottom $12,999 price tag. That's my absolute lowest. Guess what? We have a brand new low for our last 6 minutes of the show. And this ring is everything. And yes, those yellow diamonds that run down the middle, they go all the way side to side. There you see it. And there you've got the same nature, that same color. Those diamonds on the side, same color as what's in the center and the halo around it. And better than $10,000. It stays as is, so you got to get in the white and the yellow gold like it is right now. I don't think you'd want it any other way. And here comes the best value. End of the show value. Grand finale value. That's what's happening right here, right now. Can't do better, because here we are. And the good news is I can get away with it, because you know why? We don't have as much viewership in the last couple minutes of a Thursday that we would in the other hours. So not a lot of people are going to witness this. And all that's important, the only thing that matters is that you get to see it and you get to take advantage of the value, and you're not spending $10,000, $8,000, $7,000, $6,000, or $5,000. And so far, we got you a value. It's right there. But instead of $5 or $49.99, better. Got to move it. It's like the whole thing, this whole last hour, that's been the one and only mission, is move everything we put up. And we've done that for the most part. So here's what we're going to do on this one so that it cannot stick around. Better than you know what? Skip over $39.99 as well. Nothing. And by the way, it's $245 total weight. If you want me to just go ahead and do the math, $245. $245, lots of gold weight. Make it even better than even $39.99. This is for that elusive size. We just don't see them. We don't see the carat 30s. You got a chance to pick it up right here and now, and it's going to be only $3,499. It's the deal. It is the deal because it looks so much bigger. For those of you that say, I want a 2 or a 3 or 4 carat, but I can't afford it, I'm with you. Here's where you get one. For a carat 30 in center that has that halo in the match, you get the much bigger look. You get this teeny tiny little price tag, and it's for one caller only, so we'll see who's got it. How about 60 seconds left with that one? It's crunch time. We are down to the wire. The show is about to wrap up. We've got some great jewelry that guess what? Our phone lines are locked up. Why? Because everyone's going to ask about those pieces that they want to check on before the night is over. Make sure you get them before somebody else does. That's the best idea. Give us a call. We'll help you out. This is the one to get if you're looking for, again, that quality. We don't have anything else in a carat 30. This is the way to get your carat 30 VS diamond. Other than that, it's going to be, and we don't have many of the 1 carats left either. We don't have much left in the 1 carats. We don't have much left in the 2. Yes. Yes. Oh, let me show you. Well, at the narrow point, let me show you. It does taper slightly. So yes, I always recommend on this one, true to size. Go true to size on this one, please. True to size. It will be in your size, ready to wear. If you wear a 7 1/4, get a 7 1/4. If you wear a 10 1/2, get a 10 1/2. Whatever it is, we do the 1/4, the 1/2, the 3/4, and the full sizes for you. And we really get specific because we know not everybody's just a classic size 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's important to get those specifics. So this one's going to be, let me try it on the hand again, true to size for you. Verifying right now. Let me know if it's gone. $34.99 for a $245 overall yellow and white diamond carat weight. It is something else. That price tag is because it's the end of the night. Otherwise, my absolute rock bottom lowest was $12,999, and I'm not shy to show it to you. Here it is. This is the bag. That's where it goes, guys. So again, $12,999. I guess I misread that. It's $24,029, not $25. So I'm going on memory. But there it is. $34.99. Who cares? You're spending $34.99. It's the price you would pay for a 1 carat, but you get so much more. That's the idea. That's the beautiful thing about it. We got a final now. That's the countdown for the show. And I might as well leave this up until that goes because there's no better value than that one right there. Now you can still call us. We can still obviously let you know if pieces are still here. Best to call and ask and find out for sure because you never know. Your dream piece might still be sitting here waiting for you. So we'd really recommend just calling and asking those questions. Talk to your operator. Ask about anything you've seen tonight or beyond. We'll help you out. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Keep in mind, we're not here on TV tomorrow, but we are online. So if you feel like getting your Friday fix of jewelry, make sure and join Joyce tomorrow for her online show. That's 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's 3 hours as well. And it's on our live streaming, which is TVON.com, YouTube, and Facebook. And then, of course, we'll be returning online and on television. Hopefully, we'll see if any of our networks decide to broadcast us on Saturday and Sunday. But that's when we're back with everybody. Online, TV, everywhere that you normally watch. Saturday and Sunday mornings, though. It's mornings, 10 a.m. Pacific time, noon Central time, 1 p.m. Eastern. So we look forward to seeing you then. Have a great rest of your evening. I really appreciate you watching and shopping tonight with us. Special shout out to all of our brand new shoppers tonight as well. We had many. So we're so nice to always welcome in a new group of TVON family members. So thank you one and all. And do call us because that yellow diamond is still here. And we have 30 seconds left. You got to try these pieces. You got a money back guarantee. You cannot go wrong with these values. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for shopping. We mean it sincerely. We appreciate you all so much. And from all of us at TVON, I'm Lauren Blair. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Enjoy your Friday. I don't get to see you guys on Friday, but enjoy your Friday. And again, join Joyce tomorrow. Make sure you watch her show online, and then I'll see you guys on Saturday and Sunday. Have a good one, everybody. Good night. Thank you so much, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Thank you.